Powerhouse grand final performances, it would be hard to go past the Hawthorn side of 1983. This was a mighty team. It left everyone else in its wake come that September. Under the supreme leadership of Lethal Lee Matthews, the Hawks were just too strong, too powerful, in fact too good. They had helped ladder leaders North Melbourne depart the finals in straight sets and then met Essendon on grand final day. It was a one-sided romp that would spur those at Windy Hill to urgent action, which resulted in back-to-back flags in the 2 seasons ahead. What a side, just listen to this. Gary Ayres, Chris Mew and David O'Halloran across the back line, Schwab, Wallace and Eade across the centre, Buckenara, the young Brereton and Knights making up a fantastic half-forward line, and Lee Matthews making himself at home in the forward pocket. Matthews would kick 6 that day. A young man called Colin Robertson would dominate the match and win the Norm Smith medal, and the Hawks would provide the greatest grand final win in history. This is one of my top 20 grand finals because it shows how the game can be played by a team with total belief. It's part of the WEG Grand Final collection on DVD and proudly, as usual, presented by Australian Football Video.
Knights out there on the boundary and everything in readiness for the start of the 1983 Grand Final. And it should be a crackerjack game, Peter.
Yes, we're looking forward to a great contest here. 110,000 people roar as umpire Neville Nash comes in to bounce the ball for the start of the 1983 Grand Final from Melbourne Cricket Ground between Hawthorn and Essendon. Payton gets the first tap out. Let's see if there are those mistakes we were looking for. Umpire Kevin Smith has decided on a ball up. And looking at the ground through the glasses, it does look in very, very good condition. Payton and Madden, knocked down by Madden this time. Goes to Glenn Hawker, the first kick of the game, going the Bombers' way up towards their half-forward line. A chance for them to swing into attack here, and the skipper brings them into attack. Danaher's kick up towards full forward. Knocked away by Ayres. He's playing on kick at the moment. Too long for Tuck. Backing up where there's Rodney Eade. Gets through one Essendon player. Has to go for the hurried handball. Very close to the boundary line. Neagle got one for his corner. Seen by the umpire. And it will be a free kick to the Essendon centre man at right half forward flank. A long way from goal. Neagle centres the ball. Looking for Kink. 2-on-1 out there. The fist away by the Hawthorn defenders. Williams tackled well. A play on call again. Down it comes to Kennedy. Eade again, kick number 2. Knights and Matthews clash, the 2 veterans, and spoil each other. Knights again gets shirt fronted. Too high, says the umpire, but the free kick, down goes Kevin Smith. Now he's giving the kick to Knights or Carey.
He got a nasty bump that time, Carey. I think it was from Knights too, Bob, wasn't it?
As Knights came in attacking the ball, and Carey happened to be in the way as Weston puts it forward.
Looking for Merritt. McCarthy's there. Down to Ayres. Here's on to Kennedy. Fumble. In trouble. Long handball to get them out of it. It comes to Chris Mew. Up to centre wing. Brereton is there. Doesn't get a favourable bounce. Now the chance. Tries to get it back to Loveridge. Wallace. First kick. Folds. In the back of his opponent, Gary Buckenara, who's got the free kick and in trouble. Buckenara limping badly. Oh, down he goes. He's in all sorts of trouble, Buckenara. What a blow for Hawthorn. And the mark taken by Peter Schwab. He'll be coming off. Up it goes to full forward. Byrne, 3 opponents, and subsequently can't do too much with it. Eade has the chance. And it's out of bounds in the Hawthorn forward block.
Out of bounds about 30 metres around from the Hawthorn goal. That's a blow to Buckenara. It looks as though he's coming off the ground. One of their star forwards and a player they're relying on today. What a blow to Hawthorn. The ball knocked out by Byrne, picked up by Carey. Chance now for Bradbury to get a short kick back towards centre-half back. There's Neagle spinning out the fact that he's grabbed by Wallace. And in goes Vanderhaar. Bahajar gets it out to Neagle, out to Bradbury again. Ayres upsets him. And it's on for Young and Old. We see O'Halloran bus clear. Over to Peter Knights. A long shot at goal, but he's off target. And the ball is out of bounds. So it'll be a throw-in from that forward pocket. Oh, what a blow to Hawthorn. Buckenara still on the ground, but in plenty of pain out there.
Doctor looking at him now.
Well, Judge is ready to come on, the interchange player. Ball pushed out by Buckenara as he goes over the line, so it's out of bounds again. Only about 10 metres around from the Hawthorn goal.
One interesting move, Lou. McCarthy is the centre-half back. Mew at full-back on Danaher.
There's Walsh of Essendon trying to clear. Byrne gets a short kick in there. And going out to meet it now is Fowles and takes a good mark at full-back. Short pass out wide. And the mark taken there by Weston, a little short of back pocket. Into this quarter by 3 minutes, or just on 4 minutes, I should say. And the ball back out there and a great mark to Air. At the moment, we've got no score on the board, and Buckenara coming off the ground. And a good mark there to Tuck. Number 17, watch him today. Buckenara in a lot of pain. That's bad luck for Hawthorn. And
Atrocious luck, that isn't it?
well, and also bad luck for poor old Buckenara as the ball is... Oh, long kick by Tuck. It's not a bad one, but it veered off and it's through for 1 point. So that's the first score of the match coming at the 4.5-minute mark. Hawthorn 1 point to Essendon yet to score.
Gary Buckenara really in trouble there. Shane Hurd coming in from full-back.
Folds around the half-back flank. In towards centre field, looking for Weston. And he marks. Madden. Off the half forward. Ezard has it knocked away from him. O'Halloran in trouble. Back it comes to Ayres. McCarthy. Kennedy. Tuck. Tuck's clear. Merritt won't catch him. Good Shepherd. To half forward. Too long for Matthews. Plenty of opponents down there. Oh, well done from Walsh. Superb play. Out to Watson. Schwab. Oh, beautifully done from Schwab. The chance for Wood on the boundary line. Caught. Out.
Well, you notice the umpires are being a little bit lenient at the moment, Bob. I think they're allowing for grand final moves. Buckenara still in plenty of trouble down there on the bench.
Well, can they win it for Gary Buckenara? I don't think he'll be taking any further part in the game. Bernard Walsh after Matthews missed the mark. Walsh wins out. There's a free kick going someone's way. Is there? No, play on is the call from the umpire. Folds. Back to centre field. Van der Haar and O'Halloran. Van der Haar, great mark. Well, it's a great opening. Not for Hawthorn. Losing Buckenara. Kicked away off the ground. Knocked down by Ayres. Chance for Kennedy. Back to Ayres. A free kick going Hawthorn's way. And it will be taken by John Kennedy at right half-back flank.
Kennedy can't quite make up his mind. Finally boots the ball long back there to Knights in the front post. He's got the mark, Peter Knights. That's a good mark. They're expecting a lot from him today. Over it goes to Brereton. There's a chance for Matthews now. Coming in to meet it is Rodney Eads, showing a lot of pace. There's a pass. It's all right, and a goal of Loveridge. And Hawthorn get the first goal on the board at the 6.5-minute mark. Let's go down to Stephen Phillips. We see the score now. 1 goal, 7 points to the Essendon yet to score. Stephen Phillips, their man on the boundary line.
Thanks, Lou. Very bad news for Hawthorn. Gary Buckenara won't take any further part. He's dislocated his left knee in extreme agony, and as you saw, he's off on the stretcher and back into the rooms.
So that's certainly bad luck for Hawthorn, but that was a great goal nonetheless, created by the speed of Rodney Eade.
Hawthorn 1 goal, 7 points to Essendon yet to score. Payton against Madden. Payton got the knockout. Down it goes to Hawker. It's a wild kick out towards that wing position. Going out to meet it now is Swab. He slips. Tuck comes in to help him. Tuck goes for hand pass over to Robertson. Back it goes to Little Loveridge, who kicked the last goal. Out there at half forward. It's up there towards the full forward position. At the back is Judge. Couldn't hold the mark. Carey overruns the ball. He's in trouble. Byrne can't get out. There's Matthews trying to thread his way through the pack. Judge again. Plenty of fumbling going on. And umpire Nash will ball it up. One on the edge of the kick-off mark.
Well, umpire Nash.
Plenty of pressure out there at the moment, Bobby.
Yes, that's what the grand final's about, Lou.
Yes, there's plenty of Essendon players down there too. Byrne tried it. It was Byrne one over the shoulder. Not successful. Watson now. The Bombers will get away with this. Bradbury. Bahaja. Looking for a 15-metre penalty, but none there. Oh, beautiful kick. Looking for King. Knocked away from him. Actually too long for him. Kennedy doing a good job down there at the moment too. John Kennedy across the half-back line. Looks for Tuck. Doesn't bounce kindly for him. Tuck equal to the occasion. Oh, Grab when not in possession. He'll take the free kick. And of course, Michael Tuck didn't play against Essendon when the Bombers kicked 10 goals in that first quarter at Windy Hill. Tuck at right centre wing. Knocked away by the Essendon defence. Wallace is there. Into full forward. Judge at the back. And mark! One-hander!
Oh, what a mark!
He judged that to perfection, but even with the judgment, he still had to actually hold. As we watch the replay, one hand. He didn't even juggle it.
Well, Judge, of course, has the job of taking Bacanara's place. They're both West Australians. He'll be very keen to do well for his mate. Pretty acute angle. Hit the post. Things not going right for Hawthorn at the moment. However, the good side is that some of their stars are performing well. 8 points, the lead enjoyed by Hawthorn.
Bombers appear to be a little bit nervous at the moment. That's understandable. And the umpires found a free kick. It'll go to their ruckman, Simon Madden, out there at half back. 1 goal, 8 points to the Bombers yet to score, Hawthorn. Now that's young Williams taking them. Oh, it's going back, the kick to
15-metre penalty.
To Madden with a 15-metre penalty. Ball driven over towards centre half forward. Oh, there's Ayres in the front position. And he'll get the free kick. Ayres goes for a hand pass now. Out it goes. It's Swab getting the ball over. Finally punched on. Good play by the part of Rodney. Judge again in the front posse. Foles is there and he carts it over the line and out of bounds. So it's out of bounds. About 70 metres around from the Hawthorn goal, and they've been into attack for most of this quarter, and it's been going just on 10 minutes. Ball back into play again. Little Bahajar trying to spin it at the pack. A wrestling match going on there, and the umpire will ball it up still on Hawthorn's half-forward line up towards the centre wing position. And, Bob, this game is a little bit tame at the moment, not as what we expected.
Well, it never is it, Lou? When you really expect a, knock them down type thing, it just doesn't eventuate that way.
We see a free kick going here against Payton. It'll go to Simon Madden out there towards the centre wing position. The Bombers yet to score into this first quarter of the 1983 grand final by 10.5 minutes across the centre half forward. Oh, nearly a mark there to Merritt. Couldn't grab it. He goes after it again. Fine play as he gets it out to Hawker. It'll be a free kick to Watson. The ball short. There's a go for Rene Kink, the incredible Hulk. And the incredible Hulk, the ex-Collingwood star. There's the distance. I'd say it's about 35 to 40 metres out on about a 45-degree angle. And, of course, he's got a chance to put their first score on the board. And he's hoping for a goal. It's coming around nicely. It's a beautiful goal. He allowed for the win. A goal to Essendon and to Rene King. So it's 1 goal, 6 points Essendon to Hawthorn. 1 goal to 8 points. He allowed for that beautifully, Bob.
As we said, Timmy Watson, I believe the real danger man for Hawthorn, because it was a lovely pass from Watson. Good lead from King, but Watson giving him right where the ball wanted.
Two points the difference. Madden knocks it clear. That's 2 hit-outs apiece. Chance for Neagle. Hits it straight to Swab. Wallace caught, but it will be a ball up. Left half forward for Essendon. Merritt palms it out. The Bombers swing into attack. O'Halloran's there. Gathers it on the run in front of Van der Haar. Over to Wallace. From right half-back flank. No mark paid there. A chance for Essendon's Neagle. Bahaja wobbles it to half forward. Ayres at the back. Can't take it. Ezard should get there first. Gets the bounce and shirt fronted. There's an elbow there. In fact, there are a couple of them. Picked up by Williams. O'Halloran strong. Robertson. Knights. Good mark and plays on to Wallace. Plenty of Essendon players are there. They can't stop the run. Judge in front of Foles, making the most of his opportunities. Goes long. Torpedo. Walsh at the back. Tuck. Fumbles. Matthews first touch in the back. No. Hawthorn fans not happy with that.
Neither is Lee, and understandably so.
Umpire said he put his head down only after he was pushed. Ball up to take place 15 metres out from the Hawthorn goal. Byrne in ruck against Madden, the 2 tallest players on the ground. It's won by Madden, taken by Tuck. Looks for a free kick, none there. They're not going to give them in front of goal, are they?
There's a free close decision to make there, because I thought Tuck was held and he didn't have the ball.
I didn't think there was any doubt about
No,
it.
the ball up about 20 metres out from the Hawthorn goal. Knocked out by Madden. There's a go for Knights. Picks it up beautifully. He's collared. Down he goes. You get a free kick for push in the back.
Well, I didn't think that one was there.
Well, okay, you miss one, you give another. And then we see Hurd and Matthews having a bit of a go.
Let's see it again.
Oh, he's pushed him. He's grabbed him, actually.
There's no doubt with the free kick.
Well, I think it was for holding the man, Pete. We wait now for Peter Knights, only about 20 metres out on about a pretty acute angle, but he could easily kick this one for a right footer. Oh, what a shocking kick. He's nearly put it out of bounds. Byrne flies high, but it's forced through for 1 point. It was a bad miss by Peter Knights. So at the 14-minute mark, it's 1 goal, 9 points Hawthorn to Essendon, 1 goal, 6 points. As we wait now for the ball to come back into play. There's a go for Reid. Overruns that one and it's out of bounds.
Was it touched?
I don't know if he touched it. The umpire said yes, he did. It's a bit of bad luck, because had the Hawthorn player not touched that one, it would have been a free kick to them. We see Payton and Madden having a great wrestle there. Knocked out to Neagle. He's grabbed. Intercepted by Payton. He comes out of the back. Good play by the big fellow as he drives it down there towards the forward pocket. And once again, it's out of bounds. Out of bounds about 10 metres around from the Hawthorn goal. And at the moment, they're 9 points to Hawthorn, to Essendon 6 points. It'll be Madden against Byrne. Madden got the tap down to Brereton. A snap well covered by Watson. Spinning out of the pack is Matthews. There's strength for you. And look at the champ go as he fires at the goals. He won't make the distance. And a good mark there in defence by Walsh. A quick hand pass over to Fowl. But the umpire said he's got to go over his mark. A bit of bad luck there because they had a break, Bob.
I can't understand.
I can't either.
That is just penalising Essendon there. He took the mark. I see no reason. He didn't ever attempt to go back and take his kick. He played on straight away. So why should the player have to come up and kick this way?
15 minutes gone. 9 points, plays 8 in favour of Hawthorn. Pushed out by Brereton again. Back there towards Carey's. Grabbed by Matthews. It goes back to Bradbury. The ball is short. Kick back there now. Coming into metre is Rene King. He overruns the ball. Backing up well as Williams. He's in a bit of trouble. He's grabbed. Here's a go now for Kennedy. Have a shot at goal. And he's put it through for goal. That's their second.
There's a wonderful piece of play there by David O'Halloran. He actually knocked the ball out of Williams' hands on that occasion to allow John Kennedy to recover and pick the ball up. We watch on replay now as Williams comes in. O'Halloran knocking the ball out of his hands to allow Kennedy to gain possession and put it through. Great play by O'Halloran.
7 possessions for John Kennedy so far, and I think most of those would be on the half-back flank. He's done a lot of useful work so far there in the term.
Yannick.
Hawthorn lead by 9 points in the first quarter. Payton and Madden. Madden bumps it away. 25 metres downfield. Ayres, lovely smother. The opportunity for Wallace and Neagle. Schwab runs straight into Brian Wood. Ezard. Sock it out. Vanderhaar will get there. Free kick to Hawthorn. For what, I know not. Bob, did you see that one?
No, I didn't, Pete.
McCarthy taking it. Out to Wood and Schwab. Youth and experience. Youth wins out. Bad handball. Not good. He was looking for Wallace. Very poor disposal then by Peter Schwab. And Weston breaks clear for Essendon. Robertson chasing and caught him. Out of bounds on the full. Great chasing by Robertson. And that is the stuff that coaches love.
That's exactly right, Pete. It's a great example to footballers everywhere, young and old, of what you do.
Watch Knights at the back. Can't take it. Weston's there. Brereton around Bradbury. On to Knights. The bounce. He'll have to kick better than he did before to score. This is a better kick. But off target again and through for 1 behind. So Knights spraying them, 1 behind from 2 deliberate shots at goal. Hawthorn lead by 10 points.
Well, there's no doubt that Knights is looking pretty dangerous out there, Bob.
Yes, you can never let a player like Knights loose for just a moment. But then when you're a player like Weston, you must be saying to yourself, I can't hold him all day.
Ball back into play again. Out towards the half-back flank. There's Payton coming in. Dropped the sitter that time. Goes after it. Oh, there's a free kick to Williams. Grabbed too high. And he holds the box on between he and Judge. A 15-metre penalty. And at the moment, it's 2 goals, 4-16 Hawthorn to Western, 1 goal, 6 points. Ball punched away again. Picked up by Wallace. A hurried kick back there. Grabbed by Hurd. A long hand pass. Now there's a go for Watson. Another one coming over the fouls. And this will send the Bombers deep into attack. A beautiful pass, but Hazard dropped it. And what beautiful play on the part of Ayres that time. Streaks away from Hazard. Boots the ball out wide, looking there for Swab, but it's too long. Oh, he grabs Bradbury, but finally a hand pass back to Fowles. Doesn't know where to go. They're a bit mixed up, Essendon, at the moment. Bradbury out the wood on his own. He's going to go down. Oh, by golly, are they tackling hard? Umpire called play after he paid the free kick, and there's a mark out there at half forward to Swab. Short pass coming up. It's a dangerous one to Matthews. Tried to pick it up on the first time. He copped Bradbury right behind the ear that time, and the umpire spotted it. And a free kick to the Essendon half-back flanker out there at half-back.
Just letting him know he's around, Luke.
I think he does that every now and again, Lethal Lee. Bradbury out there at half-back. Boots the ball back towards centre field. Rene King claiming the mark, and the umpire paying that one. Rene King's already kicked one goal, their only goal.
Two marks to King.
2 marks to King as he boots the ball long over the centre half-forward position.
Watson's been down, and Wood running from behind might square it up.
There's a chance now as the ball is down there on their forward line. The umpire's found a free kick. There it is behind play. And Watson's still in the hands of the trainers, and a bit of a scrimmage going over here now at half forward for Essendon.
Didn't see what started that.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. It started off slow, but it could liven up
Yes,
now.
that's right. It certainly could.
Well, the reason Wood ran 100 yards to Colin Robertson is that Timmy Watson's in the hands of the trainers.
Won't say no more.
Need I say any more?
No.
Well, OK, we're at the 20-minute mark of this first quarter. And Hawthorn have been into attack for most of the quarter. They're kicking with the breeze. 2 goals, 4-16 to Essendon. 1 goal, 6 points as the ball comes out towards that. Well, the umpire's bringing it back, and McCarthy will have another kick. They made a couple of changes. Mew to full-back. Mew to full-back. Looks as though Timmy Watson's OK, and, of course, McCarthy to centre half-back.
Take more than nipper down Timmy Watson, I think.
Short pass, and Kennedy once again, no doubt Hawthorn's best player in the first quarter. But he's getting the blame for it, I think, Kennedy.
They look alike, don't they?
And a good mark taken out there by Tuck. Late on the scene was the Flying Dutchman, Vanderhaar. And the free kick and the mark will go to Michael Tuck out there on the edge of the square.
And yet no 15 metres. How can you work umpires out?
Tuck looking for one. Well, then again, he didn't get a boat in the brown, though, so I suppose it's not surprising. Knock on by Byrne. Matthews looking for a free, none there. Beautifully taken by Williams. Great find, this fellow. Up the centre wing. Oh, what a mark! That's Merritt. Who plays on. Up to half forward. Danaher and Mew. Yes, what a mark again! Oh, that's a bit hard. That is
ridiculous.
unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Absolutely ridiculous. Umpire Smith might almost kick it for you.
What more can he do except stand on the mark? He's goal. Put that down to Kevin Smith, I think.
Well, there's no doubt what side the crowd's on here today. I'd say that out of the 110, 115,000 will be 75% barrack for Essendon, Bob.
Well, there's Timmy Watson back on his feet, and that's good for the Essendon fans, but I do not agree with that 15-metre penalty given by umpire Kevin Smith on that occasion.
It was a great mark, nonetheless. 4 points the difference in favour of Hawthorn. We've been playing 22 minutes in the first quarter. Essendon go forward again. Hazard. Up to Mew. Out of bounds. Boundary throw in right forward pocket for Essendon, who trailed by 4 points at the moment. Only a couple of incidents in the first quarter to liven the crowd. The one we spoke of, a couple of interesting decisions. It comes to Gary Ayres. Brereton slips over at the crucial moment. The chances for Hurd and also Carey. The latter wins it, who gets a hip and shoulder after he's kicked it. Schwab to Ayres again. Back to centre wing. Underneath it is Bradbury. Brereton's there likewise and spoiled him. Has to recover quickly. Onto Tuck. Tuck from the circle to half forward. Carey couldn't get going. Oh, here's a chance for Judge, a golden opportunity. Pings it goal. He might get another kick, will he? If it's not through, perhaps. Or is it a free kick? A free kick. Who to? I'm not sure. What was that for?
You better ask umpire Smith.
Well, quite a few confusing decisions here at the moment, and certainly...
Well, let's look at it again. It's certainly not between those two.
No, I think it may have been Byrne that did the damage.
But Byrne was in front of Walsh, so it couldn't have been Byrne.
Well, it's going back now to Byrne.
It's a kick to Byrne. Now that is penalising the side.
Well, there we see now. Byrne is only about 15 metres out from goal, but if he misses this one, umpire Smith won't be too happy. That was against Walsh, and Judge had already kicked the goal before that. There's the kick. So it's the same result, a goal to Hawthorn. And Hawthorn now move on to 3 goals for 22 to Essendon, 2 goals, 12 points. And we're at the 24-minute mark of this, the first quarter of the 1983 Grand Final.
Well, 2 very controversial decisions in front of goal, Bob. Skilton, first of all, the 15-metre penalty against Chris Mew, and then that decision there.
Yes, you know, he did hang on a little bit, but it's only penalising the side. Why bring it back when the side has kicked a goal?
Byrne in the ruck for Hawthorn, 24.5 minutes played.
Well, he's there to assist Payton. He's doing a good job at the moment. Byrne's got a chance. Oh, great knockout by Madden, but picked up beautifully by Robertson. He and Kennedy and Ayres are doing well down there. Knight's got a chance.
Kick downfield.
Found a free kick, a kick downfield to Knights.
Yes, Merv Noble was screaming up.
Well, they went now for Knights from about 60 metres out. And a chance to put Hawthorn deep into attack. Well, we've had one lively incident when... apparently Robertson collected Watson. There's the kick now. A long one. It's a beautiful kick up there towards the goal, but it's off target. And Knights has had 3 shots for goals so far in this quarter.
2 points.
And he's kicked 2 points. 1 out of bounds and 2 points. So we wait now for the ball to come back into play. 3 goals, 5. Hawthorn plays Essendon 2 goals, 12 points as Carey hesitates there for the kick-off because the umpire hadn't finished waving the flags. Ball back into play again. Madden and Byrne go for this one. Punched out by Byrne. Tuck going after it. Tries to tap it over the shoulder, but couldn't succeed that time. A scrimmage developing. Out it comes to Eade, but the umpire will ball it up out there on Hawthorn's half-forward line, about 55 metres out from the goal. Into the time-on period of this first quarter by about 30 seconds.
Bounce down. One by Byrne. Neagle. Almost caught by Green, over to Bradbury. Haven't seen much of Green in this quarter so far. It's out to centre field. Wallace, but swabbed up his head. Kennedy in plenty of bother to Knights. Over the top, McCarthy. Bradbury, stolen by Judge, but no backing up. Weston, Hurd. Van der Hagen, a mile in the air. Robertson. Onto O'Halloran. Eade in trouble. Back to O'Halloran. On to Byrne. Byrne at centre wing. Goes for a run. Knights doing well at half forward. Up to full forward. Payton is there. Likewise Matthews. Plenty of Essendon players for the spoil. Out to Brereton. Wallace. Snapshot is off target.
Free kick to Wallace against Carey. Got him in the face that time, Peter. I think it stunned him a bit too.
He doesn't look too good.
Well, they wouldn't want to lose him. They've already lost Buckenara, one of their star players.
Oh, he's out to it, Wallace. He's out.
I think he got him right on the chin.
I would say he's very close to having a broken nose or jaw. He doesn't look too good at all. And doctors and trainers are running from everywhere. Alan Jeans will be very worried now. He's lost 2 skilled players in the opening quarter. When I say 2, if Wallace has to leave the ground, that will be the total.
Well, knowing the makeup of Wallace, it'll take a lot to get him off the ground, Bob.
Yes, but at the moment it'll take him a while to get over that too.
Lee Matthews taking the kick in the meantime. And kicks it through for a goal. So Matthews putting through his first goal from a free kick, which was originally awarded to Wallace.
Wallace back into the thing, play too.
Well, I don't suppose you could have given him a better guy to kick to the goal that time.
You're not suggesting, Lou, that Cherry was making sure that Lee Matthews got the kick, are you?
No, I'm not suggesting for one moment, but it certainly looked that way, didn't it?
Well, I don't know whether any numbers were taken there or in the other incident.
And we might say to viewers around the world that Terry Wallace is not the kick that Lee Matthews is.
And that's for sure. 28 minutes gone in the first quarter. Certainly incident packed in the last few minutes. Bahaja and Tuck tangle. It comes to McCarthy. playing a role in defence today. Usually plays in the forward line. Underneath it is Loveridge, and that's a good mark. He plays on from foul, boot the ball quickly up the full forward. Payton and Walsh. Payton, a knock on, not successful, trying to find Judge, and the ball comes out of defence. Hawker is there. Robertson, not the most popular player on the field at the moment. A badly directed kick, and the mark taken by Bradbury in the goal square.
Good mark by Bradbury. 28.5 minutes gone of the first quarter. A hand pass coming out there to Timmy Watson. He was stunned in this quarter too, but he looks okay now. Has a bit of a trot around that half-back line. A hand pass coming over to Neagle. Neagle at centre field goes for a short pass, looking for Van der Haar, and he's got the mark at centre half forward. Needing a goal before quarter time, Essendon. We see Van der Haar drive it up there, looking for Danaher. Oh, there's a chance now for little Ezard to snap it goal. He's right. He's got it. So they bounce back the Bombers. 29 minutes gone. And the score, 4 goals, 5-29 Hawthorn to Essendon. 3 straight shots for goal, 18 points.
Yes, 9 shots to 3, but Essendon certainly making the most of their 3. And Ezard roving to it, with great instinct there. He knew exactly where it was coming off the hands of the pack. And the little Ezard has been a great find for the Essendon side right through the year.
29.5 minutes gone in the first quarter.
Back to the centre again. It'll be Byrne against Madden. Madden got it out, but not a good one. Wallace there gets a kick smothered out. It goes to Eade. He picks it up on the first bounce, goes for a pass down. It's a bad one. Bradbury fumbled that one. We see a hand pass coming out now from Byrne to Brereton. Plenty of play for the umpires. Found a free kick. It'll go to Brereton. He was grabbed when he didn't have the ball. He's in a bit of a hurry, this guy. Should go back and have the long kick. And that's what he's doing now, into the goal square. Knights flies high. Matthews has got a chance to get this one, but it'll beat him, and the ball is out of bounds. So it's out of bounds in the forward pocket position for Hawthorn, about 5 to 10 metres around from their goal. Pretty close to siren time to win this first quarter. Brereton with a snap at goal, but he's off target, and it's through for another point. So at the 30.5 minute mark of the first quarter, we see the score now. 4 goals 6, 30 points. To Essendon, 3 goals, 18 points, with Alan Jeans, the coach, down there on the boundary, getting ready to go and talk to his players at quarter time.
Which is not too far away. Van der Haar, good mark over David O'Halloran. Van der Haar is at right half back flank at the moment. Mew and Danaher. McCarthy is there, or was there. Back it comes to Ezard, who was grabbed, didn't seem to have the ball. Picked up by Byrne. Back to Wallace, who's recovered from that very heavy knock, but kicks it straight to his opponent Neagle, who gets it on to Williams. Straight to Gary Ayres. Long kick by Ayres. Straight downfield. Brereton, a knock on, and gets steamrolled for his trouble. On to Judge. Judge into full forward. Matthews is there! Lethal Lee has not had too many kicks in this first quarter. He kicked the goal with one of his previous 4, and that was the free kick that was originally intended for Terry Wallace. Matthews, 30 metres out. And a goal. And so a very valuable one for Hawthorn in a rather lengthy first quarter. 2 goals to Matthews, and it's 5-6-36 Hawthorn. Essendon, 3 goals, 18 points.
Kevin Sheedy alongside Cameron Clayton and Kevin Egan, the Essendon team manager. And we watch on the replay as Ken Judge puts the ball forward. Matthews getting away from Stephen Carey and taking an easy mark.
Well, Judge has done well, Bob, since he came on to replace Buckenara.
Yes, and so far, we mentioned earlier the surprising move of McCarthy at centre half back, but that certainly has come off because it's forced Essendon to bring Danaher out to centre half back and put Merritt to full forward.
32 minutes have gone in the first quarter. Hawthorn still leading after that goal by Matthews. Kink, handball to Van der Haar. Green is there for Hawthorn, goes over. Was he pushed, or did he have the ball? The umpire says play on. O'Halloran tries to do just that. Wallace to Loveridge. Loveridge down towards centre wing. Oh, snared beautifully by Brereton.
And Brereton drives it up there towards Lee Matthews. He's going after it again with Carey, and it's finally forced out of bounds by Carey. Just on the 33-minute mark, and the siren due to go to end this first quarter for the 1983 Grand Final. Wait now for the umpire to throw the ball back into play.
11 shots to 3, Lou.
This is the scoring end. Hawthorn are kicking 2 at the moment. The ball hits the deck. Chance for little Loveridge. He goes down. There's the siren to end the first quarter. And we see the quarter time scores in the 1983 Grand Final. Hawthorn 5 goals, 36 points to Essendon 3 goals, 18 points.
So we start the second quarter now of the 83 Grand Final. Hawthorn leading, but only by 18 points. A centre bounce infringement. It will go to Hawthorn, and it will be taken by Ian Payton.
A lack of concentration by players.
That's unforgivable, Bob, isn't it?
Isn't any excuse for that.
No, none whatsoever. Payton takes the kick. Two Hawthorn players nearly spoiled each other. Mark taken eventually by Brereton, but Judge didn't see him, and vice versa, I'm sure.
Brereton's starting to look a little bit dangerous towards the end of that first quarter, I felt, Pete.
Yes, Bob, he's picked up a bit of confidence, which he's lacked for the last 5 or 6 weeks.
Lead being made by Loveridge.
He's had 8 possessions, 4 kicks, 4 handballs.
Long kick by Brereton. Well, the wind didn't have much effect on that. Up towards the 10-metre square. Tuck almost took the mark. Bahaja tries to spoil. And a free kick he will get for a push in the back, which was quite obvious. Very nearly a mark to Tuck, though. Bahaja right in the kick-off area, just adjacent to it, goes wide, looks for Weston, juggled it and takes it. Nagel is the runner around Wallace, and he's going back. Lobs it high towards centre wing. Payton is there with Merritt. Merritt gets the touch, can't take the mark. Williams scoops it out to Merritt. Up the half forward. Kink. O'Halloran. Well caught. Beautiful tackle, Renee. Play on. Unbelievable. Oh, goodness me.
Now, I think the ball may have been held to him by Renee King, who's an old campaigner in grand finals.
Well, let's watch it again on replay now. And
yes, he's got it on him.
He had no chance. Good decision by umpire Nash.
Hazard runs in, puts his head down. No free kick. A ball up again to take place. This time at Essendon centre half forward position. Payton loses it to Merritt. Van der Haar's there. And about 14 others. It will be a free kick to Hawthorn. And if you can tell me what that's for, Lou, you win a pound.
Yes,
well, you got
too high on that occasion.
Well, we see the kick by Ayres, who's played a very good first quarter. The ball back out there. Brown again as Bob Skilton looks as though he's ready to fire today. He started to play good about 10 minutes before the end of that first quarter hand pass. Coming over there to Kennedy, another fine player for Hawthorn. And a pass. Oh, Robertson just couldn't get there in time. And the ball is out of bounds on Hawthorn's half-forward line. It'll be about 60 metres around from their goal. There's Brereton's mark again at the back of the pack. Ball back into play again. Wood picks it up. It's a hurried kick. Doesn't cover much distance. Back there towards the wing position. And a mark to Rene King. Coming well down from that half-forward line. He's actually on the half-back line. Ball across to centre half-forward. At the back there as Merritt goes the punch on. Gets the ball out. Good play by Merritt. Over to Hawke, who's been a pretty quiet player so far. There's Danaher and Mew. Down goes Danaher. Mew gets the touch of the stumbles too, but Danaher won't give in. And the umpire's found a free kick. It'll go to Mew, and the free kick's going Hawthorn's way at the moment.
He's definitely holding the man on that occasion. Danaher realised that if he didn't grab Mew, Mew was off and running, so it was a deliberate free kick, but worthwhile.
18 points the difference in favour of Hawthorn as the ball is back towards the centre of the ground. Off Payton's hands. There we see Knights juggling the ball. Finally, a hand pass coming out from Watts. Not a good one. The umpire will ball it up out there towards the edge of the square. So we're at the 3.5-minute mark of the second quarter. 18 points the difference in favour of Hawthorn. Knocked out by Madden. Wood having a tussle there with Tuck. And once again, the umpire will ball it up.
They had a half each there, I think.
Well, I think Tuck may have had a half Nelson on Wood. Waiting now for the umpire to bounce the ball. It'll be Madden against Payton again. Actually, Madden still got that down. He's dominating the ruck knockouts, but the Bombers not capitalising on that knockouts. So another ball up. That's 3 in a row now. And this doesn't help the brand of football, of course. Knocked out by Madden. Intercepted that time by Kennedy. Gets a hurried kick back there towards Knights. There's a chance now for Brereton. It bounces the wrong way. Going through as Wallace, but the umpire's found a free kick to Brereton. He was grabbed when he didn't have the ball. He'll take that free kick out towards the centre wing position.
Dermot Brereton on centre wing. Oh, no Hawthorn players there at all. It's all Essendon. Folds up to centre field. Loose ball for Hawker to chase, which he does beautifully. Glenn Hawker opens it up for Ezard, who's already kicked the goal. Underground pass to Van der Haar on his own. Van der Haar on the goal square. Danaher's first goal. Or should we say second? So Essendon, with a beautiful passage of play, opened up by Ezard. The run was on.
So it started at the other end of the ground. But watch the finish of it now as Hawker got the hand pass across to Ezard. A little kick taken on the half volley by Van der Haar. The hand pass across the top. But good defensive work. Essendon taking it away from defence after poor disposal by Hawthorn.
So the Skippers have both kicked 2 goals. 5.5 minutes gone, second quarter. Hawthorn lead by 12 points. Knocked down by Madden again, but Hawthorn are onto that. They're roving to him. Nobody can pick it up. In front is Neagle. Spoons it out, but the whistle had already gone. No, he had the whistle in his mouth and blew it before that hand pass came out. And so it will be a ball up right on the edge of the square in Essendon's right half forward line. Bounce down taking place 6 minutes in.
Ball up out there on that half forward line for Essendon. 12 points down at the moment. McCarthy gets the ball out. Oh, down goes Wood that time, and tackle well was Bahajar, dropping the ball. And the free kick to go to Tuck out there at half-back. Oh, could be a 15-metre penalty against Bahajar. Wasn't too happy about the decision. And the free kick will actually go to Rodney E. So this brings him up just off the centre wing position. Chance now to send Hawthorn deep into attack. It's a high kick, but doesn't cover much distance in front of Payton. Punched away that time by Madden. There's a go for Neagle. A hand pass coming out to Bahajar. It's a hand pass back to Williams, but the wrong man. Grabbed by Tuck. He knocks it on quickly. Payton goes for the tap on. Wallace comes in and overruns the ball. Back it goes to Van der Haar, but chipping in nicely is Neagle. Doesn't know where to go. He finally finds Fowles, and Fowles goes for a long kick over the half-forward line. Little Ezard punched out by Ayres. Good player. Scouting nicely is Robertson. And they bounce back into attack. There's a pass, a beautiful pass to Brereton. There's a chance to score as the hand pass comes over to Loveridge. Another one coming back to Matthews. And can Matthews kick this goal? It's a left footer. But he should have
given the hand pass.
There's a left foot snap. There were 2 players sitting there on their own.
Yes.
So there's 13 points the difference. 5 goals, 7:37. Hawthorn to Western 4 goals. Straight 24 points. The ball back into play again. O'Halloran and Van der Haar, punched on by Van der Haar, grabbed by Neagle, running around in circles, but he gets free this time at half-back. Goes for a pass or a kick back there. Rodney Eade juggles it, but Kennedy once again is backing up well. The ball back there towards Judge Brereton flies. Couldn't hold the mark. He goes after it again. They pile in on top of him. Finally kicked off the ground by Loveridge, and the umpire's going to ball it up out there at half-forward for Essendon. Hawthorn, I should say, about 50 metres out from their goal.
Balled up. Madden taps it down to Ezard. Up the centre wing. And out of bounds. Adjacent to the players' interchange area. Grindwood on the screen, the former Richmond captain. And coming on, Cameron Clayton, former Richmond player as well, as we see a boundary throw in. Knocked away by Merritt this time, picked up by Kennedy. Mark taken out there by Neagle, who's doing well this quarter. Neagle plays on. Tries to get the ball moving quickly. Over the top was Watson, who's been well covered today. Loveridge, is he out of bounds? Yes, says the boundary umpire, and it will be thrown in still virtually on the centre wing position, but tending towards Essendon's forward zone. Payton wins this one. He gets there first, thumps it well clear, down about 35 metres, and it will be still in play. Yes, Neagle paddles it back towards Williams, and it will be a boundary throw in. Neagle and Eade having a little bit of a dish up there. Don't do it again, says the umpire.
No, he said a free kick to Rodney Eade.
Eade goes for a short pass subsequently. That's out of bounds. A bit of slight altercation there that the crowd saw, and the umpire likewise. I missed it myself.
Well, Merv didn't learn from last week.
I see. Picked up by Gary Folds. Payton and Watson. Robertson. On to Kennedy. That's a beautiful mark to Judge. He was looking for a 15-metre penalty. The umpire was onto that, and Ken Judge about, well, he's on right half-forward flank.
Well, Judge has looked very dangerous since coming on the ground, replacing Buckenara. Goes for the long kick at the goals, but he's off target, and it's through for 1 point. So at the 10-minute mark of the second quarter of the 1983 Grand Final, it's Hawthorn 5 goals, 8-38 to Essendon 4 goals, straight 24 points. Waiting on the ball to come back into play. Perfect day for football. Sun shining as the ball is knocked out by Payton. Bahajar, Ayres is there too. They're all missing the ball at the moment. Bahajar's grabbed. He gets it out to Bandar, but he's in plenty of trouble. Finally over to Neagle. Another hand pass coming out to Hurd, and the Bombers get it away from the danger zone through Clayton, who just came on the ground replacing Wood. And there's a mark taken by Merritt, and Roger Merritt's up like a flash. A hand pass coming back to Weston. A long shot at the goals. Not a bad sort of a kick, but it goes off target. Actually, the wind got that, and it's out of bounds in the forward pocket. Really carried it right across the face of goals that time.
It's amazing what the wind can do, Lou.
My word, it's pretty. It twists around down there, Bob, as we wait now for the free kick to go back there to Mute. Umpire said he's got a kick over the mark. So at the 11-minute mark, it's still the Hawthorn in front, 5-8-38. To Weston, 4 goals straight, 24 points. We see a mark taken there by Loveridge. A quick hand pass to Green. He's been a pretty quiet player so far. A hand pass out to Swab. Swab boots the ball long over the centre half forward position. The pack fly. Matthews steps the ball down at Tuck. And Tuck has a pot shot at the goals. But will it make the distance? It'll be a goal!
There's Michael Tuck kicking his first goal, and it couldn't come at a better time because Hawthorn did look a little bit down at the time, as we see Rodney Eade coming off the ground. He'll be replaced by Bertie Di Pierdomenico as we watch the replay now. Matthews up high, taps it down. Michael Tuck doing the roving on this occasion. It bounces 20 metres out from goal. Walsh desperately trying to get there but cannot.
Approaching the 12-minute mark now of the second quarter. Payton almost in slow motion there as Loveridge goes over, gets it back to Wallace. The umpire has already signalled a ball up though. I don't know whether Reid was injured or not, but Di Pierdomenico will be very keen to get into the action. Knocked away by Madden. Kink palms it down. Bahajar smothered. Free kick Essendon's way. Bahajar to take the free kick. Bahajar at centre half forward. Goes for a short pass. No need to comment on that. Loveridge folds. High ball towards the outer side, and a real rainmaker as Peter Schwab gets underneath it. Gives it to Loveridge. Loveridge on centre wing. Bertie's got it.
Making a lot of fundamental mistakes, the Bombers at the moment, Bob.
Yes, but Hawthorn not able to capitalise on it so far. But they might this time as Matthews takes the mark. And I do notice we did say that Brereton was starting to look dangerous and getting away from Bradbury. The shift has been made, and Folds is now over onto Brereton.
Lee Matthews has kicked 2 goals, as has the Essendon skipper Terry Danaher. Matthews some 35 to 40 metres out from goal. What's he done with that one? Judging by the crowd, it's a goal. So 3 goals to Matthews and a very valuable one for Hawthorn. And in the 83 Grand Final, Hawthorn notch up the half-century, 7-8-50 to Essendon, 4 goals, 24 points.
Yes, it takes one player to do the leading, and in this case it was Lee Matthews. That was a lovely pass by Di Pierdomenico, putting it out in front of Matthews, giving him the chance to run at it. He got away from Carey, and now we see the result. Matthews kicking his 3rd goal, so it's 7-8 to 4 straight.
Approaching the 14-minute mark now of the second quarter. Knocked away by Madden, and again. Plenty of Hawthorn players are there. Bahajar beats 3 of them though, gives it to Kink. A little bit slow to get rid of the ball. Clayton trying to grab hold of it. Umpire Kevin Smith has decided on a bounce.
Ball up at centre half forward for the Bombers. They're 4 goals, 24 points to Hawthorn, 7-8-50. Into this quarter by about 14.5 minutes. That's the second quarter of the 1983 Grand Final. Knocked out by Madden, doing well in the ruck. There's Swab getting a hurried kick to Di Pierdomenico. And the big fella's off like a flash down to Brown. He couldn't hold the mark, but the umpire's found a free kick.
Somebody's going to get booked.
It'll go against Judge for having a go at Hawker, I should imagine. So the umpire taking the book out, and he certainly won't mistake that number 1. It's not hard to remember, really, is it?
Yes, a bad time too, because Hawthorn were into attack and really going forward. That is really penalising the side from Judge's point of view.
Well, they had a chance to really score then, Hawthorn, and they've had certainly a lot more shots than Essendon, 15-4.
A glancing blow it was.
There's the kick now by Hawker. It's a high one over centre half forward. In comes Ayres, couldn't hold the mark. Punched out by Ezard, again by Robertson, down towards the Essendon goal, but it's out of bounds. Out of bounds about 45 metres around from the Essendon goal on their half forward line. Capacity housing today, round about the 115,000 mark. Perfect day for football. Bahajar going after, he's upended. Umpire said it'll be a free kick.
Against him.
That's harsh.
He said for throwing the ball, so the free kick will go to Russell Green down there at half back. Rather a confusing free kick by umpire Nass that time. Chance for Tuck to mark it, and he doesn't let him down. He goes for a hand pass, trying to find Judge. He's already been reported, got one in the back. The hand pass coming out now to Bradby's in a bit of trouble. He's grabbed too high, and he'll get a free kick. 15-metre penalty. Well, finally a short pass by Bradby. It's a good one and marked by Danaher. He's pretty well guarded here so far. He's already kicked 2 goals. Down it goes. The 2 Hawthorn players fighting for it. Finally a hand pass from McCarthy. Tapped on by Robertson over to Kennedy. He's played a great game today down there in defence. A short pass to Mew. And he grabs it right on the line. 11 kicks and 4 hand passes to Kennedy so far in the game. That's a fine effort. His dad would be very proud. Knight's going with a mark, but outmanoeuvred that time. And a good mark to Weston,
who plays on up to half forward. Plenty of Essendon tall timber. Madden can't take it. Gary Ayres at the back. 2 Essendon players to 1 Hawthorn. It's marked by Schwab.
Not doing a bad job out there either, Bob, is he?
He's doing well, Lou. And,
on to Mew. Streaming downfield, looking for Matthews. Oh! What a grab from the skipper.
And he's getting old. He's about 33 years of age. I don't know how he got up that high.
he had a help from the shoulder of Carey. That's how.
The grand final mark so far, isn't it?
I'll guarantee when he got up that high, he was saying to himself, how the heck am I going to get down now?
He's kicked 3. He's missed that one, has he? Or is it through? It's a goal. Certainly deserved the goal as Matthews brings up his 4th and Hawthorn's 8th goal. 8-8-56 to Essendon, 4 goals, 24.
I think it's best summed up by saying that is what leadership is all about. You lead by example. As on the replay, we see the kick from Mew. Matthews, not a doubt that he was the only player that was going to get that ball.
Well, they've made a move. They're going to move Carey, I think, off Knights and off Matthews.
17 minutes gone. Weston being moved on to Matthews after he brought up his 4th goal.
And Carey off the ground.
Free kick to Essendon at centre field, going to Bahajar, who tries to get past Tuck and deep here to Domenico. Now it goes to Neagle. Neagle from right centre. No mark. Down to Hawker. Bahajar. Watson calling for it and gets it. Watson right half forward flank. He's about 45 metres out from goal.
Carey may be injured. He's going straight up the race.
Well, he's jogging off. He can't be too injured, surely. Tim Watson, right half forward. Just about in the forward pocket. He's a little bit closer in than that. Into the goal square. McCarthy will go the punch. And it's rushed through for 1 behind to Essendon. And so the scoreboard in the 83 grand final, 56-25 in favour of Hawthorn.
And we're just on the 19-minute mark of this second quarter.
Essendon's first minor score, Lou.
And then we see the ball kicked out towards Tuck and Payton there too. Neither take the mark. Umpires found a free kick. It'll go to Hawthorn again. The Essendon crowd not too happy about the decision. That was on the shoulder.
They hit each other.
Finally the ball goes out wide and a mark here to Wallace. And he's grabbed around the neck. It could be a 15-metre penalty. Billy's playing the part of Hurd that time. There's the kick by Wallace over the centre half forward position. Knights in front, the ball pushed out, kicked on by Matthews. A chance for Judge to grab it. A hand pass coming over to Robertson. A short pass again, looking down there, and there'll be a mark to Loveridge right on the boundary line, and the Hawks at the moment are looking pretty good. And it just goes to show what Bob mentioned in the early part, that they had that week's rest. It maybe Those 3 games telling on the Bombers at the moment. That's the distance. It'll be about 25 to 30 metres out from goal. A difficult shot for young Loveridge. But yeah, he's already kicked 1 goal. The umpire bringing him around.
He's put him in the crowd.
Well, let's see what the little fella can do with this. Lines them up. There's the kick. But he's off target and it's through for 1 point. So just on the 20-minute mark of the second quarter. Let's go down to our man on the fence down there. That's Stephen Phillips with a report on Stephen Carey.
Thanks, Lou. The club doctor has got him down in the rooms. He's done his shoulder by the look of it in the first quarter.
Free kick going Essendon's way. The recipient will be Timmy Watson. Watson at left half-back flank. 3 kicks to Watson only. Making the most of this one. And he actually kicks it. He's run right across the half-back line. Williams looks for Watson again. And he'll find him. 30-metre handball. Too long for Clayton and out of bounds.
Well, you see Bob Watson running that distance like he did. He threw all his side out of position because they didn't know where he was going. They couldn't pick out what spot he was going to punch the ball or kick it.
Yes, that's the thing that Watson seemed to have gotten out of his game.
That was the Timmy Watson of old, wasn't it? Well, Wallace scragged and could have been in trouble. Tuck, short kick to centre field. DP Domenico leading in the race for the ball. Paddles it wide. Neagle will get there first. Oh, DP Domenico up into Van der Haar.
He didn't mind giving away a free kick because Neagle was going to get it anyway.
No, that was an educated free kick, I guess. Van der Haar takes the free kick up the half forward. Mew will go the spoil. In comes McCarthy. Out to centre wing. Knocked away by Van der Haar. That will just about be out of bounds. In fact, that is the case. It will be thrown in on centre wing, the members stand side.
An interesting move by Hawthorn, I should say, and that's Alan Jeans. And that's DP Domenico, when coming onto the ground to replace Eade, didn't go to the wing. He went into the centre to pick up Nagel.
Wallace does it beautifully. The hand pass is not great to Tuck, though. The tap on, intercepted by Kennedy. Back to Wallace. High to half forward for Hawthorn. Matthews in front. Ball fisted clear. Picked up by Hurd. Folds. Folds at half-back flank. Somebody's down. The whistle has gone. A free kick. Another booking, it looks like.
And burned for
Van der Haar. That's 2.
Well, they're getting reported. That's 2 players reported now for Hawthorn. Judd, the first bloke to go, and now, of course, number 21, Bird.
And, of course, we should point out for American viewers and viewers that aren't too familiar with the game, there is no order-off rule in Australian football. The players face a tribunal in the next few days or so.
Free kick going out there to Fowles. We're at the 22.5-minute mark of this second quarter of the 83 grand final. Hawthorn 57 points to Essendon 25 points. Well, we're waiting for Fowles to kick this one back into play. He's had it a half back across to centre field. Mew goes for one hand and he's got it once more. That's a good mark by Mew. This back line of Hawthorn is standing up pretty well. A hand pass coming over to Rodney Ayres. A very good player. As the ball goes out there. Gary Ayres, I should say, punched out by Loveridge. Bradbury fumbles. Coming out of the pack is Swab with the ball. A hand pass to Russell Green out there at half forward. A long kick towards the goals. I think he might have put this one through. He has. What a goal. What a beautiful goal by Green.
Yes, a great piece of play by Swab to set up that goal. A delighted Russell Green running back to his half-back flank position, but it was Swab who really set it up, got the hand pass across, and on replay we watch as the ball goes through the goals to bring up Hawthorn's 9th goal.
23.5 minutes gone of the second quarter. 9 goals, 9-63. 9-9-63. Hawthorn to Western 4-1-25. And it's Madden getting a hurried kick over their forward line. There's a chance now for Copping on the ground. He's grabbed. The ball goes to the ground again. The umpire said there'll be a free kick. Goes to Hawthorn, but he calls play on as Kennedy gets it away again. And DP Domenico juggles the mark out there at half-back. Hawthorn really throwing themselves into the fray at the moment. Oh, there's a struggle there for the ball. Picked up by Tuck. A hand play. Oh, grabbed around the neck. And he'll get a free kick. The Bombers making foolish mistakes. Over to Tuck. Tuck with a high kick back there towards Judge. Judge in front. That's a great mark by Judge in front of Hurd, I think it is. Yes, Hurd. Well, they're looking good at the moment. They've had 18 shots to 5 so far on the match. That's how much they've been into attack. What are we waiting on here now?
He called play on, and so the umpire, the boundary umpire, has said he was over the boundary line.
Well, he's closer than we are, Bob.
You know, well, he had to be over the boundary line because that's where he was.
Well, okay.
It's a ridiculous rule as far as I'm concerned.
Knocked out to Hurd and a chance for Payton to take the mark out there at on the centre wing position. They're looking good, Hawthorn. Really looking strong at the moment as the ball is booted over that half-forward line again. They've been into attack for most of this quarter. And we see Madden doing a pretty good job on the ruck, take the mark. A hand pass coming over to Hurd. He's put off balance as he boots the ball back there towards the wing position. Going after it is Williams. He's not fast enough and the ball is out of bounds on the centre wing position.
Boundary throw in. Right in front of our commentary position. Oh, it's a wrestle. Payton wins the tap. Neagle fumbles. Watson doesn't. Caught. Got it out to Williams, who plays on. Mew and Danaher. Mew's too tall. Judged it beautifully. The pass downfield, looking for Knights, who marks. Great grab. Knights at centre half forward, or perhaps a little bit short of that position. Who's he looking for? Judge. Yes, mark. Well, Hawthorn taking plenty of grabs. Essendon defence under a lot of pressure at the moment.
Got no chance of running over the boundary line now from this position.
I wouldn't think so. One to remember. I dare say it wouldn't happen too often. DP Domenico coming off.
He gave them a lift while he was out there too.
Yes, he did. Long kick. That's close. And the goal. Ken Judge brings up his first goal. He's taken some good marks, Judge, and has done well since he came on to replace his fellow West Australian Gary Buckenara.
5 marks Judge has taken, and every one of them has been one grab, and he certainly has. Maybe Hawthorn had some sort of what would you call it? Looking into the future when they put Judge on the interchange bench.
So it's 10-9-69 to 4-1-25 in favour of Hawthorn. Essendon bench looking a little bit worried at the moment as well. They might, but there's a long way to go yet. Schwab hooks it up to half forward. Brereton marks in front. Well, Hawthorn are playing in front, so I suppose they should be getting the best of the marks. Brereton's done well. Long way out of goal. Up to full forward. Knights almost takes the grab. Walsh backs him up. Well, it's out to Hawker, who has the run. Folds. Short pass downfield. Too long for Payton. Kennedy's there. Has he got the mark? No. Play on. In trouble. Shrugs the tackle well. Back it comes inboard to Green. In trouble. Out to Reid, who's just back on the ground. Out to Judge, who kicked the last one. This won't be a goal. It's off target. Mark to Brereton. No, out of bounds. Or one behind. It is the latter. And so Hawthorn now to 10 goals, 10, 70 points, leading Essendon 4-1-25.
27.5 minutes gone of the second quarter. Ball back into play again. Now is a chance for Fowles to break clear. Runs in the pocket. Shoots the ball out towards that wing position. Punched out by McCarthy. He gets a hurried kick. Hooks it back. Actually, Knights has got the mark. They can't do anything wrong at the moment. Hawthorn. Knights for the long kick up there into the goal square. Byrne in the front posse. Got the mark. Oh, they're running right over the top of them now. And they look to me as if they're a little bit rattled, Essendon, and I think the lack of grand final experience is starting to tell at the moment.
They've thrown players around everywhere too, Lou, and you know, Van der Haar's now on the half-back line, copping into the forward pocket. Admittedly, Copping, you know, is a forward pocket player. Their backline players of just about everyone bar Walsh has been moved.
And there's a goal kicked by Byrne, and they're going further ahead at the 28.5-minute mark, and that's goal number 2 to Byrne. Hawthorn 11 goals, 10-76 to Essendon, 4 goals, 125. And of course they've had 21 shots to 5, and that I think itself tells you how many times they've been to attack, Bob.
You see the advantage here of a player being in the front position, because it wasn't a long kick. It dropped and almost straight down, and that's why the front man got the mark. But Essendon have thrown Copping in on the ball at this stage. Wallace coming out to the forward pocket, and not Wallace, Watson. But Hawthorn completely on top at the moment in all the departments.
51 points the difference at the 29.5-minute mark of the second quarter of the 1983 grand final, and Hawthorn looking really good at the moment. Knocked out by Madden, still trying very hard. Picked up by Roger Merritt. They badly need a goal at the moment. The Bombers back it comes now. Danaher goes down. New pounces on him. This allows Green to get the ball away, and they send it back towards the centre of the ground.
And high ball up towards centre field. O'Halloran recovers, then loses it. Out it comes to Payton, who taps it beautifully to Eade. That was very clever. Eade in trouble. Chasing is Van der Haar, who gets offloaded. Down to Matthews, who's outnumbered. Madden, well caught. Loveridge sharks it beautifully, and a shot at goal is off target and a free kick to Essendon.
Madden will take the free kick. And, Essendon looking really down at the moment. I'm sure Kevin Sheedy will be hoping for the siren so that he can really try and get them to regroup.
Neagle. At the back is O'Halloran. Robertson. Green at centre wing. Oh, low pass to Eade as a gem. Eade on the run at half forward. Looks for the tall timber. Byrne and Knights. Walsh one-handed.
The Knights.
What was that for, Bob?
Pushing the back. I think he might have helped it a little bit, but it was there all the same, Bob.
The siren's gone. Knights will, of course, have the shot. Yes, he might have helped it along. Well, Knights has kicked 2 points and 1 out of bounds so far, so the odds probably about 3 to 1 him kicking it. And of course, he started his career as a defender, and defenders, of course, aren't the best kicks. That one's the exception that proves the rule, I guess. As Peter Knight puts it through for a goal just prior to half-time, and that'll give the Hawks a lift, I'm certain. Knights' first goal in at half-time. It's Hawthorn 12-10-82, Essendon 4-1-25. Come in and bounce the ball to start the third quarter of the 83 grand final. We've seen comebacks before in grand finals. Can Essendon come back? They get the first kick out of the centre through Glenn Hawker up towards half forward. Van der Haar playing there now, I see. Ball tapped out to Williams, who's caught, but the hand pass is a good one. Hawker again caught. Mark to Merritt, who plays on. This could be their first goal. This will lift them if it is. In towards the goal square. O'Halloran is there and takes the mark for Hawthorn. Out wide to Eade.
I'm talking about wingman. Fold is on the wing against Swab. Clayton to the half-back flank on Judge.
Well, plenty of moves made by the Essendon coach, and that's a beautiful mark taken by Peter Knights. 5 marks to Knights.
And Shane Hurd, Lee Matthews' third opponent.
Wallace at centre field. Good kick from Wallace, looking for Matthews. Hurd, oh, beautiful one-hander, just not completing it enough. Matthews, a shot at goal. That's a gem! Lethal done it. 5 goals to Matthews. And that was unbelievable because Shane Hurd almost took a superb mark. One-handed, and Matthews pinched it and kicked a goal.
Well, how do you feel from an Essendon point of view now, Lou, when you see Shane Hurd juggle the ball? Bradbury came on the scene, and that's a remarkable goal from Matthews from that position. And we've mentioned a couple of times, you lead by example. Matthews has done just that.
1.5 minutes gone, third quarter. Thumped down by Madden. Knocked back by Kennedy. Onto Payton, or Grubber. Brereton tries to get it to Judge. Now he tries to get it out to Schwab, who's covering plenty of territory. Schwab into full forward. Wallace, well smothered, out to Judge. Judge doesn't know which way to go. Goes backwards, actually, and finds Schwab. Intelligent play. Schwab plays on. They're going the long way around at the mark taken by Kennedy. Kennedy at centre half forward, a long way from goal.
But I think that was really showed the confidence that Hawthorn have at the moment.
Going backwards.
Well, they got him in a better position, Pete.
20 possessions to Kennedy. Is that a score? No, 3 Essendon players are there to make sure it wasn't, one of whom is Shane Hurd. Hurd gets it back, short pass to Folds, and Folds has taken the mark.
Taking the mark down there in the back pocket, and Hawthorn looking very good at the moment. 13 goals, 10.88 to Essendon, 4 goals, 1.25. The ball out there towards the wing position. Nearly a mark, it'll be a mark, and a free kick to Byrne on the shoulder. Not Byrne, I mean McCarthy.
He's done well, Lou, McCarthy.
My word, they've got many good players here today. Kick by McCarthy, it's a long one over the centre half forward position. Oh, just held on at that time, Matt, but the umpire being a little bit sympathetic, paid the free kick. Nagel running across the front room, accepts the hand pass. Had a fairly good second quarter, but they haven't had many good players. They're messing about a bit, the Bombers. There's the kick over the half-forward. They've got to go directly at the goals. O'Halloran goes to the punch, gets a hand pass out to Payton. He's covered. He goes another hand pass to Wallace. He doesn't waste any time. Boots the ball back towards the centre of the ground. And there's a good mark taken there by Madden. The hand pass coming over now. And the ball is out wide, and the mark taken there by Bahaja. He'd be about 50 metres out from goal. There's the kick. It's a good one for the little fella. Off the top of the pack and through for 1 point. So they're 4 goals, 2-26 Essendon. To Hawthorn 32-88 in a very nice position for the 1983 grand final.
Yes, and their leading goal kicker, Terry Danaher, now is at centre half back against Brereton.
They've made many changes. A hand pass coming over again. To Mew. Back it goes to Russell Green. They're playing with a lot of confidence. The ball shot up there towards the half-forward line. In front of Matthews, that time was heard. Good play, a short pass, it'll be okay. Hawker's got it at centre field, a long kick down there, looking for the big fella, but he's in the back, it'll be a mark to McCarthy, as Bob said before, doing a great job in defence. Madden couldn't get over the top of him that time. Into this third quarter by 4.5 minutes.
Looking for Reid, who doesn't let him down on the half-back flank. Up the centre wing, not a well-directed kick. Wallace in plenty of trouble there. Caught, gets rid of it in a hurry. Bradbury likewise caught. Was it too high? In the back or whatever. Bradbury's kick. And looking for a 15-metre penalty, and will get one.
Watson about to come off the ground, Pete.
Well, that's interesting. Up to full forward. Oh, Robertson, what a mark. Even the little guys are taking screamers at the moment. Here's a short pass. Robertson coming off the ground. Not Robertson, Watson. Good mark to Wood in the meantime. The hand passes on. Beckett comes to Kink ultimately. Calling forward as Ezard. Kink goes long in towards full forward. Here's a chance for Essendon now. Madden, Williams, snap at goal. Out of bounds. Is it? Yes, it is.
They can't do a thing right at the moment, Pete, can they?
Madden seemed to have his name on that one too. Doing all the attacking in this third quarter. He goes for the short pass. They had the sun in their eyes there, the players. Nobody could pick it up. Robertson. Wallace. If he gets the bounce, he doesn't. Long to Payton. Green from centre half forward. Walsh is in the last line of defence and marks. Or is it a behind? No, it's the latter. But he might have paid the mark. One behind to Hawthorn. 13-11 to 4-2. 89 to 26.
And the ball back out there towards the half-back line, knocked away by Foles. Matthews in the front posse. Hurd's there, he won't give in. They both go down. It's over the line and out of bounds. So it's out of bounds about 40 metres around from the Hawthorn goal. At the moment, their score's looking good. 13-11, 89 to Western 4-2, 26. Just on the 6.5-minute mark of this third quarter. Punched out by Brereton. Well played by Swabbers. He kicks the ball back there towards the full forward position. Comes down to Judge. He's in plenty of trouble there. Tries to get a hand pass out. Finally, we see the ball cleared away by Danaher, but it's smothered by Byrne. Byrne goes on top of it. Plenty of scrambly play at the moment. And the umpire will ball it up about 35 metres out from the Hawthorn goal. Well, the Bombers want a couple of quick goals now if they're going to be into this grand final or have any chance at all. Brereton gets a tap down. Back it goes to Tuck. He can't get clear. And once again, the umpire will ball it up. So we've got a bit of a dead pocket there at the moment.
Oh, here's a streaker. You wouldn't want to know, would you?
Oh, we've got a bloke coming on this time as a streaker. No one's taking much notice of him. Last year was the girl. They certainly took notice of her as the ball is finally picked up by Walsh. Gets around 2 opponents. Now he's clear. That's good play on the part of Walsh. But the kick is okay. It's a bit short. A hand pass from Bahaja over to Rene Kick at centre field. He's going to crash through the back this time. He goes for a long kick up there towards the full forward position. But there's nobody home. And an easy mark taken there by O'Halloran. They're certainly not playing with any confidence. Essendon to kick out wide now. And there's Robertson. He played a fine game today too. But he's had plenty of mates. A beautiful pass and a mark to Wallace.
That streaker, by the way, was pounced on by a policeman in a tracksuit very quickly. Wallace has kicked downfield, looking for Knights, who can't take it. Out to Brereton. Lobs it high. Hurd should get there first. Bahaja ridden into the ground by Judge, just about out of bounds. It will be a free kick for holding the man to Bahaja. Goes wide. Oh, Tuck almost pinned Bradbury, but he has got the mark. Bradbury in the left back pocket. Looks for Danaher. Neagle is there and marks. Neagle looking to play on and all for a 15-metre penalty. No Hawthorn player there. They've got the run now. Here's Weston. Weston at centre wing. In front, O'Halloran just about took the grab. Robertson backing up beautifully. The handball over the top. Knights will have to go the knock-on and does. Matthews well out from goal. Bounce beats Merritt. Doesn't matter. Back to Bahaja. Oh, he's got in circles. And Tucker's there. I think that sums it up, doesn't it, Lou, at the moment?
Certainly does. They're not playing with any confidence at all and making lots of mistakes. There's Matthews getting around his opponent pretty quick. He's already kicked 5 goals. Goes for another one, but he's off target. This time it's through for 1 point. So just over the 9-minute mark. Kicked 5-2 as a matter of fact. We see Hawthorn 13-12, 90 points to Essendon 4-2-26. The ball back into play again. 2 Hawthorn players actually spoil each other that time. Payton and Tuck on the boundary line. Picked up nicely by Bahaja. The kick falls a bit short. And as I said before, they're not even looking for their man. An easy mark to Rodney in. That's the way to pass the ball. We see Wallace with it now out there on the centre wing position. It's a high kick over centre half forward. And there's a chance now for Hawthorn to get a goal here if they're lucky enough. No, pouncing on it now is Danaher playing down there at full back this quarter. Finally picked up by Weston. A short pass. It's okay. It's grabbed by Hawker. And Hawker's got a chance now to give a hand pass back. It'll be okay, and it's finally picked up by Fowles. A pass out wide, and Little Hazard dropped the mark. And he's having a great battle with Kennedy, no doubt Hawthorn's best player in my opinion, and the ball is out of bounds on Essendon's half-forward line, about 70 metres around from their goal. But at the moment, they're not going too well. The score, 13-12, 90 Hawthorn to Essendon 4-2-26, and we're just over the 10-minute mark of the third quarter.
Williams and Schwab. Williams wins out. Up to full forward. And another good ball. That's a 15-metre penalty against Copping. It won't matter. Oh, he's played on. Through for behind, is it? Yes, rushed through.
It's unbelievable that Bobby made a fine job of that mark and then did that foolish thing of the hand pass.
A rush of blood, perhaps.
Maybe so. And he's done such a great job. I suppose you must expect the odd mistake.
Payton has the mark. Ayres chips it round the boundary line, looking for Schwab, who gets one in the back and will get the free kick for that offence. Still, the best tackle of the day was by that policeman in the tracksuit on the streaker. It was a gem. 10 kicks, 5 handballs to Ayres. Mark in front to Dermot Brereton. Looking for a 15-metre penalty, but the umpire not having it. 2 Hawthorn players are loose centre field. One of those is Loveridge. Loveridge on to Green, who's already kicked the goal before. Steadies for another one. Another long shot. There's a gem for Russell Green. What a goal.
And that was teamwork once again, because Hawthorn seem to have players running everywhere at the moment. We saw Brereton take the mark on the half-forward flank. 2 players, Loveridge and Green. Loveridge took the mark. The hand pass to Green, and Green hasn't had as many kicks as we've often seen during this year, but 2 goals, and fine goals have been.
We're approaching the 12-minute mark now of the third quarter. 2 goals to Green. Merritt caught. Out to Folds. High ball back towards centre wing. Underneath it is Green, who kicked the last goal and makes an unbelievable mistake. They all look easy from up here. Ayres sees the ball out of bounds. I think we could make excuses, Lou.
Well, possibly so, but when you're that far in front, we will forgive him. So it's 14-12, 96 Hawthorn, and Essendon down there on a very low score of 4-3-27. Just on the 12.5-minute mark as the umpire finds a free kick, and it'll go to Payton. Bob, about 10 minutes as a 15-metre penalty against the big fella Roger Merritt over to Wallace. Been a pretty good player too. He's had a million kicks. He's flattened after he kicked the ball.
The pencil's out.
And we see Roger Merritt will get reported.
That brings a loud cheer from the crowd.
And, of course, no doubt he collected. That's the third player to go today. First of all, Judge, there it is. We see it in action. Oh, I don't know if that was worth a report or not. Oh, he's got him down a bit low,
I don't think it was, but he certainly...
There's Knights having a shot at goal. It's a long kick, but it's through for 1 point. So 13 minutes gone, and it's Hawthorn 14-13-97 to Essendon 4-3-27. And there's no doubt about it, Brereton started to look a pretty good player at centre-half forward about 10 minutes into that, before the end of that first quarter, Bob.
Yes, he really has forced Essendon to throw their side around. When you've got to put your leading goal kicker of the first half into defence, it shows the desperation they're under.
Ball back there towards Hawthorn's half-forward line, picked up by Schwab. He paid a free kick, then he called play on, up to Matthews and Hurd. But it's over the top of the heads, and the ball will go out of bounds in that forward pocket about 20 metres around from the Hawthorn goal.
It was 5 minutes into the second quarter that Essendon kicked their last goal.
Carey back on, replacing Copping, as we have a boundary throw in forward pocket for Hawthorn. Byrne and Judge, they've also been reported. It'll be a busy night at the Tribunal. Loveridge's snapshot is off target. Matthews is there. Lost sight of the ball, actually. And a chance for the Bombers to get clear, which they do through Hurd. Schwab in front, folds behind. The latter takes the mark. Thought about the handball. Folds at right half-back flank. In towards centre wing. Chipping in. Robertson.
They're just falling apart, Essendon. They just feel as though they're not out there, don't they?
It looks that way at the moment.
This is a perfect example. Kink was 30 metres away and made no attempt to get to the play.
Oh, Matthews got one. You never guess who it is. He's gone again.
Oh, golly, I don't know about this one. What do you reckon, Bob, about that?
I don't think Lee's too concerned.
No, the one that down Terry Wallace, which was not a reportable incident earlier, looked far more severe than that.
Now, Roger Merritt discussed with the report, but still it's going in the book, and you can't do much about that.
So that's 4 reports.
And there's no doubt about Matthews going for goal number 6, and that's why he's
15 metres as well, don't forget.
15 metres. This really makes him the champion that he is. When the big occasions come along, Pete, he just lifts himself right to the top, doesn't he?
5 goals to Matthews and a chance to make it number 6. Six goals to Matthews. Scores in the 83 grand final, 15-13, 103 to 4-3-27.
Yes, and Lee Matthews, as we see John Kennedy, and as I said before, Rene Kink was 30 metres away from Kennedy, made no attempt to get there, and well,
Seen worse than that, Bob.
But he certainly copped him.
Well, Hawthorn opening up a very useful lead at the moment over Essendon. 16 minutes gone. Wallace. Kick only travels about 2 metres. Good tackle on Folds. A push in the back, says the umpire. Folds to take the free kick. Gives it to Carey, who fumbles. Chance for Wallace again. He too fumbles. Out it goes to Payton. Bahaja should be able to beat him. He does. Folds. Wood. Too long for him. Mark to Mew. Eade at half-back. Goes right across the ground with that one, but the bounce may favour Ayres. We can get to it. Very greasy. Ezard over the top. Should go for the kick now, Eade. No, the handball still on to Green. They're very confident, Hawthorn. Out it goes to the pacey Robertson. Shrugs one tackle. Beautifully done, Robertson. Up to full forward and Matthews. Brereton backs him up. Walsh in the pocket. Out of bounds. No, he is, but the ball isn't. Now it's out. Just. And so a boundary throw in, left half forward for Hawthorn at the 17-minute mark of the third quarter. Merritt, I beg your pardon, Madden wins it out but hits it straight to Judge, who tries to get it to Tuck, successfully executes that manoeuvre. It's touched, knocked down by Madden again. Byrne kicked it straight to Danaher, who pinches it. Danaher upfield, looking for Banderhaar. O'Halloran is there. Well, Wood tried to steal it and lost it. Mew gets it over to Kennedy. Kennedy short. Eade on centre wing.
Oh, they're breaking away clear now as the ball goes over there to Wallace from Eade at half-forward. This This looks dangerous. A long shot at goal up there to Byrne, and Miles, he's put it through. A magnificent goal, and what a bath the Bombers are getting at the moment. 17, just on 18 minutes gone at 16 goals, 13, 109. Hawthorn to Western, 4 goals, 327. I don't think I've seen a side fall to pieces so much as Essendon have in this grand final, Bob.
No, there was a lot of people critical of North Melbourne last week, Lou, and they, for the way that they collapsed, and it's not much different at the moment.
Centre bounce again. And Hawthorn looking good for the 1983 grand final. No doubt about that. They've played superb football, and Essendon not giving much resistance at the moment. There's the bounce again. Madden and Payton. Madden goes for a hefty one. Well intercepted that time by Mew. Mew's kick is down over the half-forward line again. Matthews overruns it. It's knocked back by Hurd. Coming in as Robertson. And what a fine game he's played as he scoops it out now to Peter Knights. He gets around about 4 opponents, hooks the ball right across that half-forward line. It doesn't travel very far. A chance now for Schwab to mark it. Down goes Danaher, and the umpire said he was pushed in the back. So the Essendon skipper will take the free kick at centre-half back as he goes for a short pass. There's a chance for Madden to mark. He does. But he's back there at half-back. Goes for a hand pass out to Neagle on his own out towards the wing position. Fires it wide, looking there for Wood, and Wood's taken a mark. Well, the ex-Richmond player has been off the ground once, but he's not playing that well today. He's got plenty of mates. At the back that time as Ayres. Finally picked up by McCarthy. That's a dangerous hand pass. Back it goes to Ezard, but there's plenty of Hawthorn defenders down there backing up as McCarthy picks it up. An easy hand pass coming out to Tuck. Very little resistance there from Essendon at the moment. Payton couldn't hold that one. Carey juggles the ball, goes after it again, but he can't pick it up. Finally, it comes back now to Weston. A hand pass back there to Danaher. A nice balk. He's in a bit of trouble here now, but he gets away from Tuck and finally shoots the ball over the half-forward line as we see Robertson come out. He can't pick it up. Hawker's grabbed. He goes down. And finally, Tuck gets a hurried kick out wide. Coming out to meet it now is Green, and he'll settle the situation down for Hawthorn.
And get a 15-metre penalty, of course.
Yes, it brings him well over the half-back line now. And at the moment, we see 16-13, 109 on the board to Hawthorn to Western, 4-3-27. Just on the 20.5-minute mark as Knights boots it across to half-forward. Off the top of the pack. That's Hurd going for the punch. He goes down, and the umpire said Matthews collected him on the shoulder, and Hurd will take that free kick a little short of half-back.
Neagle. Always in trouble. Now he gets around the tackle. Up to centre wing. Knights one-handed, can't mark it. Oh, beautifully done. Back to Wallace, who's caught. Back it comes to Hawker. Oh, Tuck gets flattened from behind. And is not too good. Tuck looks in all sorts of bother there. Dear oh dear.
Not like Tuck not to get straight up, is it?
Matthews takes the mark in the meantime, so Buckenara down in the first few minutes, and Michael Tuck now down. So Hawthorn certainly getting their injury worries, and they've had a couple of players reported. That will be a hip out. A free kick going to Essendon's Cameron Clayton. Tuck getting back up. Seems to be okay. Well, that's good news. As we see a replay of the incident, he got collected from behind by Carey, was it? Danaher doing some useful work in defence down there. Delivers the ball up towards centre wing. Byrne, McCarthy, back to Schwab. Schwab running left half forward. Wallace comes in for the Shepherd. Long shot by Schwab is off target and through for one behind of the Hawthorn score, which moves along to 110 points. Essendon 4-3-27. Roger Merritt having a drink. 21 3/4 minutes gone, third quarter.
Needs more than the drink at the moment.
Depends what's in it, though.
They want some firewater, Pete.
Ball comes back into play through Clayton. Chance for Schwab again. The Hawthorn wingman gets around Danaher. The short pass is errant, and the mark taken by Weston. Weston at centre half back. Weston goes straight up centre field, looking for Merritt. McCarthy, the knock-on is there by Merritt, opens it up for Williams. Oh, Robertson caught one, but comes through beautifully. Well done, Colin Robertson. That was guts. Wallace up to Matthews. He picks it up, yes. And the mark played to the Hawthorn skipper.
And Matthews, about 55 metres out from goal, has already kicked 6 goals. And played a great game too, but he's had plenty of friends out there. Not many weak players. I can't find one weak player in the Hawthorn lineup at the moment. As the kick by Matthews. Let's see the result. Cover the distance, and it's through for 1 point. So at the 23-minute mark, we see Hawthorn 16-15, 111 to Essendon 4-3-27, a difference of 84 points. A chance now for Clayton to get a hand pass back there to Hurd. Another one coming over to Ezard out there at half back. Got a chance to go for a bit of a run. Takes the ball to centre field, drives it over the half-forward line. Coming in there is Green, and the umpire's paying the mark that he's called play on, because that would penalise Hawthorn, as we see how Allen drive it around tonight. Couldn't hold the mark, but he goes after it again, showing plenty of confidence in the front of the pack, then overruns it. Picked up now by Bahajar. A hand pass coming out there to Danaher. He's been shifted, as we mentioned before, to centre half back. Back it goes to Wood. Another hand pass coming over to Williams, and they go back into attack, but there's no one up there, and an easy mark taken here by Kennedy. Still playing a great game here, Robertson. Out to Muir. There's another fine player for Hawthorn too. We see Byrne off the ground and DP Domenico on as it goes out to Madden and Payton, but Madden has a bit of bad luck there. In comes Neagle. Down goes Payton. This gives Neagle an even break to get away now. Shows too much pace for the big ruckman. Finally drives the ball over the half-forward. There's Kennedy at the back going the punch of the mark, and a beautiful mark to Kennedy. What a game he's played.
What a great game he played.
He's had about 25 possessions up to this stage of the match. Brereton couldn't pick it up. It's Wallace trying. He's grabbed by the leg, actually. Umpire said dropping the ball. Grabbing by the leg. Doesn't matter. It's a free kick to Carey as the ball goes back out there towards that half-forward line, punched on by Foul, but this time the umpire's found a free kick, and I think it'll go to Swab on the point of the square down there towards the half-back line as we approach, though. Just go over the 24.5-minute mark of this quarter with Hawthorn 111 points to Essendon 27.
Free kick taken by Schwab at half-back. Dropping short. Danaher sees that happening and takes the mark. He's done a lot of useful work down there this quarter. 7 kicks for the quarter, and Gary Folds has also added a little bit of mobility around the centre line, but they're breaking down at half forward. Now Halloran goes the knock on. Who's there? Kennedy. Shepherded by Mew. Long handball. Who to? Wallace. Oh, doesn't get the bounce. Chance for Kink. Wallace again. Caught. Away. Loveridge. Out to Mew. Wallace. Wallace at centre wing, short pass, down the throat of Birdie. DP Domenico, right half forward flank. And you can see the fire in his eyes from here. Long kick. That should be a mark, surely. Not played by the umpire. Clayton gets it out to Hawker. Hawker in turn over to Hurd. Dropping short. Knights had it. Up to Matthews. Here's danger for Essendon. Matthews' snapshot is off target, though, and through for one behind. Yes, it is. Just about out of bounds. He's kicked 6 goals for Matthews. 6-4. 40 points out of Hawthorn's total of 112 at the 26-minute mark.
Even though this is a great performance by Hawthorn, Bob, but I think this is one of the worst performances by a grand final side put up by Essendon I've seen for a long, long time.
Yes, I can't but agree, Lou. And as I said before, the same people who were critical of North Melbourne's effort last week can have a close look at Essendon today.
Well, we go back a couple of years too. We had a one-sided grand final and Collingwood were on the receiving end, and Richmond won by about 80 points.
Well, they can't say that Collingwood's the worst after Essendon's performance so far. As we see Carey juggle the ball. It's Matthews coming out, gets a hurried kick back there. Judge in the middle of 3 of them then. But the umpire will pay a mark. It'll go to Walsh down there in the back pocket. 26.5 minutes gone of this third quarter. Into time on by about a minute and a half. 16-16, 112 Hawthorn to Essendon 4-3-27 as the ball goes out of bounds on Hawthorn's half-forward line. Well, it's been into attack for most of the day. You can tell by the scores. I think they've had, what, 32 shots, direct shots at goal to Essendon, 4 goals, 3. The ball back into play again. Back it goes to Robertson. What a game this guy's played. A long hand pass to Knights. It didn't bounce right, but he won't give it in. It's finally pushed out to Loveridge. It's a bit of luck for you. Over to Tuck, straightens up, but Tuck's off balance, and it's through for 1 point. Just as well they're not kicking goals all the time, because they'd win by about 125 goals, I would say, the way they're controlling the game.
Yes, and full marks of their defence. Look at Ede now, knock it away. They've been doing the hard work. Off the ground he goes.
Beautiful play over to Matthews. A running shot at goal, but Matthews still couldn't get that one through. He's already kicked up to this stage of the match
6-5.
6 goals, 5. He's been a match winner down there too, and so has Peter Knights. Well, you could keep on naming Hawthorn players till your nose bled, because that's how many good players they've had.
What a great defence they've had, Lou.
Marvellous. Kennedy, Ayres, Robertson, and not forgetting Eade and Mew. McCarthy. You could keep on going as the ball is finally kicked back there. There's the man I was talking about, Mew. Another one as Robertson balks, then he decides to go for a hand pass to Russell Green. He's covered, but he won't give in. Look at him crawling after the ball. Knocked out to Robertson. They're playing desperate football. Back it goes now to Fowles. Kicked short by Ezzard over the big fella Merritt. It gets the hoot from the crowd. It's finally picked up by Williams. Over to Hawker. He's hardly been sighted. He's lost that one now. It goes back to McCarthy. Goes for a hand pass. It slipped out that time to Tuck. So luck's a fortune for them. They can't do the wrong thing at the moment. And there's Rodney Eade taking a mark out there on the centre wing position.
Who will steady things down. Eade tries to play on. Can't get around Neagle though. Kink hasn't done too much today. And it will be a ball up on centre wing. Hawthorn just trying to leerise there a little bit, I thought. Ball up on centre wing at the 29-minute mark. Knocked down by Merritt and Neagle as the siren goes to the end of the third quarter, in which Essendon were held goalless. They only kicked, so see, looking at the stats, 2 behinds. Hawthorn 16-18, 1-1-4 to Essendon 4-3-27. It's the start of the final quarter of the 83 grand final from the Melbourne Cricket Ground, and the crowd in excess of 110,000 as umpire Kevin Smith comes in to bounce the ball. Hawthorn leading 114-27. Can they go on with it? Picked up by Carey, well smothered and taken by Tuck. Tuck up the half forward. Walsh is there and takes a strong mark. Walsh in front of DiPierdomenico. Now he has to play on. He's just about caught by Matthews. Good smother by Brereton. Back to DiPierdomenico. In towards full forward. No mark played to Eade. He got off the ground pretty high. Knight's in the forward pocket. Tries to gather it in. Unsuccessful. And the boundary throw-in will take place in Hawthorn's right forward pocket. Hawthorn this quarter kicking to the main scoreboard end of the ground.
At 87 points in front, Peter.
It's a rather useful lead going into winning grand final. Listen, a knocked down by Madden. He's done well in the ruck today. Picked up by Wallace. And Wallace in a little bit of pain with the right foot. Out it comes to Danaher, who decides to play on. Danaher out towards centre wing, looking for Folds. Probably been Essendon's 2 best players. Folds on centre wing. 19 kicks to Folds. Merritt and McCarthy. Clayton doesn't get the favourable bounce. It comes to Gary Ayres. To Judge, who had his number taken earlier in the game. Judge up towards full forward. Matthews having a wrestling match with an opponent down there, and the ball out of bounds. It will be thrown in left forward pocket for Hawthorn. And Wallace back and running again. He's got a rather heavy right eye, I think it is. He got a solid knock in the third quarter. Knocked down by Walsh. Taken by Clayton. In front is Schwab, but it's picked up by Fold, showing the better judgment. Kennedy and Kink. And Kennedy nudged into it by Kink, takes the mark, gets it over to Russell Green, who kicked 2 beautiful goals earlier. Green a short pass out towards centre wing. Good tackle out there on Copping. After the pass came from Schwab, and it will be a ball up on centre wing.
Hand pass, that's straight to Copping.
Didn't give him much of a chance, his teammate, as the ball is knocked down now to Payton. Boots the ball over the half-forward line. Matthews in front. Couldn't hold the mark, but he's first to recover. In a bit of trouble there as Neagle goes on top of him there, and the umpire will ball it up about 40 metres out from the Hawthorn goal. At the moment, 2.5 minutes gone of this last quarter of the 1983 grand final, and the Hawks are in front by 87 points. Brereton got the punch on, back to Matthews. He goes down. There's 4 of them pouncing on him there. He's got no chance of getting out, and the umpire will ball it up. This time it's about 25 metres out from the Hawthorn goal. They're 16-18, 114 to Essendon, 4-3-27. It's one of the worst performances I've seen a side put up in a grand final by Essendon, but a brilliant performance by Hawthorn. Knocked out by Knights. Picked up by Williams. The ball kicked no distance at all. It's Walsh going the big punch down there towards the forward pocket, and the ball is out of bounds again. So it's right against the point post, deep in the attacking zone for Hawthorn. Brereton grabs that one. Still nowhere to go, and the umpire will ball it up once again.
Hardly a brilliant start to the last quarter, is it?
Well, I think possibly the Bombers are pretty disputed at the moment. with their pathetic performance, and Hawthorn just going through the most because they know they've got this game tied up for the 1983 grand final. And breaking clear is Bradbury. Started off all right, but like his teammates, he's really faded out of the game. Chance for Mew. Haven't seen Vanderhaar. Now we see Vanderhaar get a hand pass from King. Goes for a short pass. It'll be okay. Oh, Merritt dropped it. He's grabbed by Green, and Green goes over the top of him, so they can't do a thing right as Robertson spins out of the pack. Back it goes to Ayres. Punches the ball there to Rodney Eade. Has a bit of trouble picking it up. He got one on the back of the head from Merritt. Oh, it might have been on the forehead. Well, he got one in any case. Farley kicked out wide. A chance here now for Mew to mark, even though he's upended by Clayton. I suppose they've got to do something to put on the show, Essendon. They certainly haven't played any football here today that would encourage their supporters. In front of Simon Madden. As a matter of fact, Bob, he's tried pretty hard all day. He's done very well on the run. Gave the wrong hand pass. And there we see Loveridge firing the goals. And I think he's put it through. He has. Yes, the goals.
Let's sum it up to
Yeah, well, they can't. He's probably their best player, and there he goes for a hand pass to the wrong man, and they score a goal. So that's time to turn it up, I'd reckon, Bob.
We watch again on replay now, and I certainly hope Richard Loveridge does say thank you to Simon Madden, because it was a lovely hand pass from a Richard Loveridge point of view. We watch from the other angle now, and that's really rubbing salt into the wound.
5 minutes have gone in the final quarter of this one-sided grand final. Hawthorn going right on with the job, and they should be able to record their 5th grand final win. They won it last in 1978, but of course Essendon haven't won it since 1965. They were in the grand final in 68, but they were beaten on that occasion by 3 points. Kennedy on centre wing, in line for the Norm Smith medal. The passes to Knights, who can't take the mark. Weston gets it to Neagle. Walsh at right half-back flank. Clayton does the shepherding. Walsh's kick is long, looking for Copping, who should be able to take the mark. He does in front of David O'Halloran. And Gary Ayres down for Hawthorn. They're going down at a great rate of knots here at the moment. Steve Copping is at right half-forward flank. Well, wobbles the punt kick straight into the arms of Colin Robertson, who gets one for his corner.
By golly, he'll give Kennedy a great run for this Norm Smith medal too, Bob. He's played a fine game too.
Yes, they look very similar, Lou, and both players can certainly be proud of their games.
Yes, they can. And Dana just about getting into the back of Brereton, who has the mark anyway, I would have thought. 5 marks to Brereton, and he too is limping. Well, Hawthorn are going to win this, but I'll finish with a lot of sore players. Passes to Green, who could score from there. He's a long kick. Green gives it a chance. Off target, though, and through for 1 point. So Hawthorn advancing their total by that margin to 121 points, 17-19 to 4-3 at the MCG.
94 points the difference. Danaher boots the ball long out towards the wing position. A chance for Little Ezard, punched away by Tuck. Going after his fouls, gives a hand pass back out there to Clayton at half back. His kick is a high one out there, and a chance now for a mark. It is a mark to Carey. Carey playing down there in attack. Domenico couldn't grab that one. It's finally picked up by Robertson again, doing a bit of fancy footwork there. Straight after him is Vanderhaar. The ball tapped back by Robertson. In goes Bahajar. Upended that time was Robertson, but the umpire said he was tripped. My golly, they've had some pretty crook players here today, Essendon. Vanderhaar's hardly been sighted. Watson had to leave the ground, and of course Rene Kink has been hopeless out there at half forward.
Gary Ayres has gone to full forward for Hawthorn.
Well, it wouldn't matter where he went to. Oh, we see Domenico go in there to Green, but he's not Greenwood. It is. He shrugs him up, gets a short kick back out there, and it's McCarthy sidestepping them. A hand pass back to Tuck, but they're under no pressure at all at the moment. Back it goes out there, and there's a fine mark to Danaher. Danaher's kick is across to centre half forward. And we see Vanderhaar tap the ball out of Wood. A hand pass coming round, punched on by Domenico. It's going for the boundary line, and Little Ezard can't get there in time, and it's out of bounds. Just on the 8-minute mark of this last quarter of the 1983 grand final, and I would say it's all over bar the shouting. That would be the understatement of the year.
I'll go along with that, Lou.
Knocked out by McCarthy. Smother up that kick. We see Williams trying to get clear. Finally Tuck coming out. A hand pass over to Mew. But they're just doing it easy, doing it as they like. A long hand pass to Pate. He's got plenty of time to go back and get this one. Give one back to Kennedy. He gets around Bradbury very easily. Another long hand pass coming to Loveridge. Grabbed a bit high, but the umpire says play on as he gives a wrong hand pass to Rene King. He actually threw that to Bradbury. Bradbury runs to the half-forward line now. He's got a chance to lob this well up into goal square. Van der Haar at the back, but he's not good enough, and a good mark there by Russell Green.
Green out marking his taller opponent, gives it over to Robertson. Robertson and Kennedy, we've said many times, look very much alike at a distance, and they've played superb games today. O'Halloran to Wallace. We could almost say they'll take votes off each other for the Norm Smith medal. Green. Gary Ayres coming off the ground for Byrne, it looks like. On to Brereton, who's collared and drops the ball. The call from the umpire is play on. Nevertheless, it's spooned out to Danaher, who's caught well by Judge. Ezard has it. Back towards centre field. Tuck will take the mark. Yes, he does.
Essendon are not even looking where they're kicking now as Gary Ayres goes around the boundary line. And Michael Byrne coming back onto the ground, but Essendon not even looking where they're kicking the ball.
Tuck's kick up towards full forward. Knights is there. Gets out positioned. It comes to Shane Hurd, trying to find Bradbury. Wallace is there. He's really one-eyed at the moment, but he still picks it up okay and fires at the goal, but it's off target. And it will be...
He'll get a choice of another kick or taking the point.
This happened earlier, didn't it, when Wallace was decked, hence his crook eye. I don't know whether we can get a real close-up of that. He's turned his back to the cam now. You'll see the eye I'm talking about. There's quite a mouse underneath it. And Kevin Sheedy, naturally a very concerned coach. Terry Wallace, 35 metres out, has kicked one goal. 20 kicks to Wallace, with that one off target, and again through for one behind. So that registers a point. 17-20, 1-22 to 4-3, 27. Essendon have still only scored 2 behinds after quarter time, and that's amazing in a grand final by any side. Madden trying hard, outmarks his own opponent, Williams. Who's he playing it to? He's given it to little Williams, who plays on. Williams from half-back. Knocked away from Copping by Robertson. It comes to Loveridge. He's got a choice of 3 players. He chooses McCarthy. McCarthy to Eade from centre field up towards half-forward. No one's within 20 metres of Michael Tuck, and he takes the mark.
We see Tuck out there at half-forward, about 65 metres out from goal. Lee Matthews has kicked 6 so far in the game. It's a long kick by Tuck. Doesn't make the distance. Byrne in front's got the mark. Just coming on the ground, replacing Ayres, and of course, that's how things are going for Hawthorn at the moment.
An example, as we watch Byrne on replay take the mark, of just how demoralised Essendon are. Terry Danaher then was trying to cover both Judge and his own opponent, Brereton, thinking that they were going to have the ball kicked to them, and Danaher trying to do everything down there.
Byrne going for goal number 3, and he's put it through for a goal. So we see the difference now, 101 points. Score 18, goals 20, 128. Hawthorn to Western, 4 goals, 327.
Yes, Essendon's performance, nothing short of disgraceful. But Hawthorn, you can take nothing away from Hawthorn. And as far as Essendon are concerned, as the old expression goes in football, Lou, you only play as well as your opponents let you.
Certainly right. Just on the 12-minute mark, and we're back in the centre. And of course, the difference now
101 points, Lou.
101 points. If that's not a winning margin, I'll give the game away. Waiting for the centre bounce again. It's Madden against Payton. Madden got it out again, but he knocks it to deep here to Menegau, and they go back into attack again. A chance for Matthews at the back here, but knocked away by Hurd. Going after his Byrne. Van der Haar playing down there at the full-back position, so they've changed their players all over the place, and the ball is finally a free kick given to Van der Haar. Payton in front, tapped that one down. Bahajar pounces on the ball. A hand pass coming over there to Wood. He runs right into trouble. Actually pushed O'Halloran in the face that time. But here comes Green out of the pack with another hand pass over to DP out of Menegau on the boundary line. Oh, he's well collared, but he recovers okay. Goes for a little hand pass. He comes out with the ball, but it's the wrong man. Wood can't get clear. They pounce on him. That's how ferociously they're playing at the moment. And the umpire said, what will it be? It'll be a ball up on that centre wing position. Just on the 13-minute mark. Still 101 points the difference. Brereton tries to get through the pack. Finally it's tapped on, but picked up again by little Loveridge. The ball kicked back towards that half-forward line for Hawthorn. And there's a good mark to Danaher. Well, Danaher's tried his hardest since shifted back to centre half-back. Ball across there towards centre field. Tapped on again, that time by Fowles. There's a go for Madden to pick it up. And a chance for, oh, he's too slow as the hand pass comes back to Rene King. There's three of them there against him. Swab pounces on the ball, and the umpire still calling play on as we see Copping go down. Back it goes to Madden. He taps the ball out wide. Going after the Swab. He copped one that time from Carey. Over to Wood. Now it's Rene's King's chance to score, but luck not going the Bombers' way, and it's through for 1 point. And the crowd cheer. And listen, they've scored at last. And that's the first time I've heard that on the MCG for a long time in a grand final. 18 goals, 20, 128. Hawthorn to Western, 4 goals, 4, 28 points. And of course, it's been a shocking performance put up by Essendon, but we can't distract the performance put up by Hawthorn at the moment, Peter.
I think it's desire for the ball, isn't it? And Hawthorn, after the first quarter, in fact, in that as well, have desired the ball more than Essendon. Clayton and Madden. Madden has tried hard. I'll give him that. He would be, with Terry Danaher, their best player, in my opinion. Out it goes to Rodney Eade. Loveridge. Looking for a 15-metre penalty, but the umpire just whistles time on and doesn't give one. Loveridge is at right half-back flank for Hawthorn. Has roved very well. He's gone for a short pass. Hawthorn players lose everywhere. Eade at right centre wing. Long kick by the Hawthorn flanker. Looking for Brereton or Knights, and a good mark. Just thinking about the record number of goals in a grand final. I think it is 7. Lee Matthews has kicked 6. So there may be some interest in that regard. Knights hooks it across to half forward. Danaher has the chance to mark it and does. To centre wing, trying to find Copping. Pursued by Green. Balks the Hawthorn player. Runs on. Short pass. McCarthy can't take it. Now this surely should be an Essendon score. Madden. Oh, he's given it to Chris Mew. That's 2 bad hand passes by Madden in this quarter. The other one resulted in a goal. That should have resulted in a goal, but didn't.
I don't think you need to say anything at all. Every picture tells a story, and you feel sorry for Simon Madden on that occasion.
Apart from that, he has been a very good player, Bob.
He hasn't stopped trying right throughout. He's controlled the actual ruck work, and it's just a shame that Simon has to do that.
Pete, it's the old saying, when you're hot, and when you're not, you're not.
Yeah, very true it is, Lead. Up to half forward for Hawthorn. Danaher again. And he has played a good mark. A good game that was almost a mark. Hurd. Clayton. Clayton at half back. Long handball in towards centre field. Merritt to Folds. Folds from half forward. This is looking better for Essendon. Bahaja now could score from there. A shot at goal. In the goal square is Walsh, and he's made enough of it. And through for 1 behind.
So they don't look like scoring a goal the way they're going at the moment.
No luck going for the Bombers. McCarthy will bring the ball back into play. He kicks it clear of hand and foot as the rule stipulates, and could get himself into trouble, but he gets out of it. McCarthy to half-back. In front is Folds, and the mark taken by little Bahaja, who plays on.
Quickly playing on, having a running shot at goal. This could be okay. This might now is a chance for Madden. He's got it. Now the burning question is, will he hand pass to the wrong man?
No.
I don't think he will. He's only about 2 metres out from goal, and of course it's been a long time between drinks as far as goals are concerned. It's, I think the last goal they kicked was at the 5-minute mark of the second quarter. So we're just on the 17-minute mark of this last quarter of the grand final. And the result is a goal. And all those Essendon fans have come to life, but not with a big roar. The score is 18 goals, 20, 128 Hawthorn to Essendon, 5 goals, 636.
And 38 scoring shots to 11, and that, well, what more need you say? No matter where you look on the ground, I believe that Kennedy and, as we watch on the replay, Bahaja putting the ball into the goal square, Simon Madden taking the mark, and, well, Madden can at least hold his head high, but the whole Hawthorn side have taken part in this, well, demoralising defeat.
7.5 minutes gone. Centre bounce again. But there's no doubt it's Hawthorn for the 1983 premiership as the ball comes down to DPN Manico. A short kick. Back it goes to Judge. He taps the ball on. Going after it now is Neagle. Collared that time by Brereton, but still gets a hand pass out to Bradbury. Bradbury goes for a bit of a run out there on that centre wing position. He'll kick the ball well over the half-forward line. Madden again's got another mark on chance for their second goal for the quarter. As a matter of fact, this is his 7th mark for the match. And as Bob said before, he's been a real trier, but he has had very little assistance from his teammates. You could count their best players easily on one hand. We see there's 110,000 odd people here today as the ball is shot at the goal, but Madden's off target this time for another point. And we see Hawthorn still 18 goals, 128 to Essendon 5 goals, 737. And of course, it's been a great show put on here by Hawthorn, but a pathetic one by the Bombers. One of the worst we've seen for many, many years. There's a chance for DP Domenico to take the mark and a free kick out there on that half-back line as we approach the 19-minute mark of this, the last quarter, the 1983 Grand Final.
Up towards centre wing.
Hawthorn once again.
Yes, what a great game. Gives it over to Judge. In towards Payton. Onto Eade. Eade steadies a beautiful smother down there by Merritt. A chance for Bahaja. Knights can't catch him. Bahaja, short pass. Walsh on the forward line takes the mark and plays on. Muse just about got him. No, he hasn't. Walsh kicks and scores a goal. That's more like the Essendon we expected. Walsh puts it through for his first goal, and the score 6-7-43 to 18-20, 128.
Yes, I do believe, though, Pete, for the first time in the game, that Hawthorn in the last 5 minutes have certainly relaxed. And I know it's easy to say that you shouldn't do it, but when you're that far in front, it is a natural tendency, and they certainly have relaxed. And that I'm not trying to say Essendon wouldn't have scored, but it certainly wouldn't have helped.
We're at the 20-minute mark now. The official attendance, 110,332 watching the game today. We hope you've enjoyed it, and in fact are still enjoying it. Up towards half forward for Hawthorn, knocked away by Weston. The chances for Williams to pick the ball up, which he does. Essendon finding, can I say, their second win, but did they have a first? And a good mark to Copping. Well, why weren't Essendon doing this all day?
Well, because I think what Bobby Skilton said before, they've eased up a bit when you've got a lead of 100 points just about, and of course it's a natural attitude to take, and it's too late now. The horses bowl. It's no good closing the gate now, Peter.
Copping from 20 metres out has put through a goal. That's Steve Copping's first, and Essendon 7-7-49 to 18-20, 128.
Yeah, it's a nice mark by Copping, and good play by Darren Williams. As we watch on replay, Williams from the centre circle puts the long kick down, and the long arms of Stephen Copping eye on the ball, and fine mark.
Alan Jeans will have the coach's runner out very soon.
I think what Alan Jeans will be doing, coming down to the bench to celebrate with the boys for sure pretty soon.
21 minutes gone, 128 to 49. Thumped into Essendon's attacking zone, not for very long though. Here's the runner Robertson. Almost throws that one out in front of him for Terry Wallace to pick up, which Wallace does at right half forward.
And it's up there towards the forward pocket, coming out as little Loveridge. So he's got the mark about 25 metres out from goal. Jean's on the phone. Don't tell me he's worried at this stage of the match. We see a goal put through this time by O'Halloran. Well, he's flat. Came right down from that back line to get that, unless he's playing down there on the forward line, Bob. I'm not sure. So it's 19 goals, 20, 134. Hawthorn to Weston, 7 goals, 749. Jean's on the phone. Probably ringing up someone else overseas to tell them they've won the grand final, because he wouldn't be making any moves now as O'Halloran puts that goal through. Gets flattened, but I think he'll be okay.
It might be Mick Miller. Alan Jeans is superior.
Could be.
There's Kevin Sheedy in the Essendon camp, the chairman of selectors, Brian Donahue.
Well, you wouldn't want to be the comedian at the celebrations for Essendon tonight. Centre bounce again.
Gary Ayers, Lou, just about to come back on to it, would appear.
Well, they've had many fine players, Hawthorn. 22 and a half minutes gone of this last quarter. Knocked out that time by Merritt. Tuck got a short kick as a scrimmage developing here as it comes out to big Byrne. Byrne's kick is a left footer down there over the half-forward line. And down goes Bradbury, picked up here now by Swab. Finally, it's DP Domenico having a shot at goal, but there's Vanderhaar down there at the full-back position to take the mark. Goes for a long kick out wide. Browden off the ground. And, of course, Ayers will take his place. There's a chance now for the ball to be driven across there by Essendon's Hurd. A good pass to Rene King. Another hand pass coming over to Merritt. A long one back here to Wood. But the sting's gone out of the game now as we see a shot at goal by Wood. Not a bad sort of a kick either. It's a goal. So at the 23.5-minute mark of this last quarter, we see Hawthorn 19 goals, 134 to Western, 8 goals, 755. And there's no doubt about it, Peter, the 1983 Grand Final Premiership, well, the flag is in the bag for Hawthorn.
It's Essendon's best quarter, isn't it, on the scoreboard? But of course, as Bob Skilton mentioned, would they be able to do this had Hawthorn not eased up a little bit? They've got their running game going a little bit, something they never had in the earlier part. 134 to 55. Knocked down by Merritt this time. It goes to Williams and then loses it. Wallace, a wild hand pass, but the whistle had already gone to indicate another ball up, which will take place just wide of the centre circle. Merritt thumps it well downfield. Intercepting is Chris Mew, runs into plenty of trouble there. Williams gets clear of Payton. No, he doesn't. Good tackle by the Hawthorn ruckman. It comes to Michael Tuck. Tuck up towards Loveridge. Loveridge leading Bradbury, but fumbles. Bradbury has the chance to get it now. On towards Folds, Schwab and Tuck. Tuck on centre wing, very close to the boundary line, and has been paid a free kick by the umpire for in the back. Michael Tuck on left centre wing to put Hawthorn back into attack again. And a few fans may have left, but most still here to see the presentation of the Premiership Cup. Tuck's long kick up the half forward. Plenty of Essendon players are there. Merritt's in front. Thumped away by Weston. Picked up by Bahajar. Onto Neagle. Neagle looks for Williams and finds him. Williams running. Folds. Running with him is Clayton. Chips it in. Up towards full forward. McCarthy should go the punch. He does. Waiting for it is Carey. Carey could score. Long shot by the Essendon defender into the goal square. Green is content to see it roll through for one behind. And we enter the time-on period now of the final term, with Hawthorn going to a very easy win, 134 to 56.
Waiting for the ball to come back into play. Rodney Eade goes for a short pass. It's okay and marked here by Loveridge at centre half back. With plenty of time to get rid of this one. Out wide to Peter Knights. He goes down after getting up very high. The ball pushed over there towards Tuck. Tuck hooks the ball back looking for Matthews, who's already kicked 6 goals. And there's Vanderhaar breaking away from Byrne and boots the ball back there towards the centre wing position. The back is Mew to take a great mark. McGilly, they've had many fine players today, Hawthorn. Their back line has been superb, Bob.
Yes, every player in that Hawthorn side, Lou. When you talk about sharing a premiership, and Alan Jeans now coaching his second premiership side.
A little bit different to the other one, Bob.
Yes, it's a bit different the last time he won a premiership by a point against Collingwood, but
at this stage of the game, he's feeling much more relaxed, I'd say.
But I feel very pleased for Alan Jeans, because he's been a great man for football and one of the best coaches in the business. A bit old-fashioned, but it's the old-fashioned way that's coming through at the moment, as we see a free kick going against Essendon for throwing the ball, and it'll go to Wallace at centre field. He'd be a very happy man, Alan Jeans, and he thoroughly deserves this premiership. He's worked very, very hard. And the umpire will pay a free kick here. It'll go to Hawthorn, and it'll go to Russell Green. A quick hand pass coming over to Rodney Eade. Goes for a short pass, looking for Judge, and that's a well-juggle mark that time by Simon Madden. Jeans again. He's anxious. You can see the gleam in his eye. He knows he's got the grand final tied up now, and that's the second premiership Jeans has won in his very colourful coaching career. Punched away by Wood. Wallace picks it up over to Little Loveridge. A long kick up there towards Byrne at full forward. Vanderhaar goes the tap down. A fumble going on by both sides here now. Finally, it's pushed out to Bradbury. He was grabbed, and it's Danaher in that back pocket getting around Tuck, but runs into trouble. Finally gets a kick back, and a mark taken out there short of half back by Bradbury. A quick hand pass over to Fowles. And the ball out wide now. A chance for Walsh to mark the ball there. He taps the ball away from you. Rene Kinks grab, and the umpire will ball it up on that centre wing position at the 27.5-minute mark, with Jeans on the fence, ready to go.
I don't know if we can get a wide shot of that at all. There's about 15 cameras and pressmen everywhere surrounding Alan Jeans down there. I'll come back to that in a moment. Folds, grabbed by Schwab, holding the ball. It's Walsh. And what's he doing? And Kevin Walsh telling the umpire what he thinks of the decision. And free kick going to Hawthorn. And the play on call. Di Domenico does. A short pass. Payton takes the mark at half forward and plays on. Can Matthews get 7 goals? Not this time, it would appear. The umpire has found a free kick. It's going to whom?
Judge, I think.
It's Byrne or Judge, I would say.
Watch it on replay. Knight's getting a shove out as Judge comes in now. A little ticky touch wood,
Yes.
but nonetheless a free kick. And Judge will be attempting to kick his second goal.
And the number of cameras around Jeans grows by the second as Judge has a shot at goal and in fact has put it through for his second goal. 2 goals to Judge. 20-20. 140 points to Essendon 88-56. 28 or nearly 29 minutes gone now in the final term. Judge, of course, replaced Gary Buckenara. And if Gary is watching in hospital, he'll be very, very pleased with the score. But that's the battery of cameramen that I mentioned around Alan Jeans. He will be a very, very pleased man.
And Pete, that cheer from the crowd there was because I think they are now leading by more than any grand final has been won by.
And it may, of course, be the last grand final here at the MCG. What a note to finish it on. Picked up by Williams. Williams, a long shot in towards the goal for Essendon. Merritt is there, takes the mark and plays on. Merritt shoots and has put it through for a goal, I think, or has he missed it? Hit the post.
Well, they can't do a thing right, Pete, can they?
From a couple of metres out. They certainly cannot.
Well, we're at the, or just on the 30-minute mark and the siren due to go. We see Merritt run into this goal now and look to certainty, but he's hit the post. Shaved the post, well, not shaved it, fair and square. And, of course, the ball back into play again. Out there on that back pocket position. Rodney Eade going after it, and the ball is out of bounds. So at the 30-minute mark, we see the score. There's the siren. Hawthorn are premiers from 1883. And a fine effort. There's their coach, Alan Jeans. And what a happy man. It couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. One of the most popular coaches with the media and with everybody concerned with football. The players are just elated, Peter. And I know that Peter Landy, deep down in his own heart, that's our co-commentator here, or our host of the show here, has a little feeling towards Hawthorn. And there's must be a lump in your throat too, Pete.
That's some very generous odds from Essendon supporters during the week too. It's 6-4, Lou. It's beautiful.
Now there's Alan Jeans receiving the handshakes and the congratulations from the people concerned. Bob, it's a great feeling. And of course, Hawthorn are premiers from 1883.
Yes, just reward the way they played. A fine team effort and a superb effort from all and sundry. When you look,
Alan Jeans,
Alan
just
Jeans,
tears, I think.
Peter Knights.
So the final scores here in the 83 grand final: Hawthorn 20 goals, 20 behinds, 140 points to Essendon 8-9-57. Is the Essendon side, but let's go down to Ron Casey.
Victorian Football League, thank you all for your involvement in this great day for Australian football. The first presentation is to the winner of the Norm Smith Medal, and to announce the name of the winner, the President of the Victorian Football League, Dr. Alan Allen.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Colin Robertson of Hawthorn wins the Norm Smith Medal. And to make the presentation, Kevin Bartlett. Congratulations to Hawthorn. To make the presentation to the champion club of 1983, I introduce to you His Excellency the Governor of Victoria, the patron of the Victorian Football League, Rear Admiral Sir Brian Murray.
Your Excellencies, Mr. Premier, ladies and gentlemen, it's my honour as patron of the Victorian Football League to make the presentations of the Premiership Cup and the commemorative medals. Before I do so, I would like on your behalf to thank Dr. Alan Aylett, President, the manager, General Manager, Victoria Football League, Mr. Jack Hamilton, the directors and staff of the VFL for giving us another marvellous year of football, culminating today in a spectacular win by Hawthorn. It's now my great pleasure to ask the captain of Hawthorn, Mr. Lee Matthews, to bring his team up for the presentation.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like you to acknowledge the performance of the champion team of 1983 as we introduce to each player to receive his medallion. Number 1, Ken Judge. Number 7, Gary Ayres. Number 8, David O'Halloran. Number 9, Robert Diapierdomenico. Your Excellency, number 11, Gary Buckenara, is not here, but you may congratulate him because he's watching in Kew Hospital at this moment, and we all wish him well from the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Number 12, Ian Payton. Number 16, Terry Wallace. Number 17, Michael Tuck. Number 20, Michael McCarthy. Number 21, Michael Byrne. Number 22, Richard Loveridge. Number 23, Dermot Brereton. Number 24, Peter Knights. Number 26, Rodney Eade. Number 29, Russell Green. Number 30, Peter Schwab. Number 32, Colin Robertson. Number 34, John Kennedy. Number 46, Chris Mew. Your Excellency, before we make the final two presentations, I think that Channel 7 is going to take us right now to the Kew Hospital and Gary Bacanara.
Well, thanks, Peter. Yes, I have a very groggy but nonetheless very pleased Gary Bacanara with me. Gary, you must be obviously very pleased but disappointed at the same time.
Yes, very pleased for the club and pleased for the boys, and you know, it's well deserved to Alan and the fellas. Great, but obviously I'm a little bit disappointed about being here.
Well, you were on the field, what, less than 5 minutes. What exactly happened?
Well, I went for the ball and I'm not sure what happened. I pivoted on my leg and I thought I dislocated my knee, but what had happened was the tendon had snapped in my knee.
And you'll be undergoing surgery this evening?
Yes, yeah.
You must be disappointed that you won't be able to join in the celebrations with the fellas.
Yes, that's all a part of a grand final win, and you know, I wish I was there now with them, and you know, that's football, unfortunately.
Well, I'm sure they'll be paying you visits tomorrow morning. Okay, well, thanks, Gary, and now it's back to you, Peter, at the MCG.
Big cheer for Lee Matthews and Alan Jeans.
The final presentation, the medallion and the Premiership Cup for 1983 to the captain of the Hawthorn Football Club, Lee